There's something wrong with my fucking website.
Oh, no. Is this something that has to be fixed now? Do we have to take a break?
No. Mostly because I would not know how to do it. It might be something wrong with my host server, in which case it's not even my problem. It's somebody else's problem.
Yeah. You gotta call up your 24-hour service representative at Squarespace.
I'm at DreamHost, but they also have a 24-hour service representative, so it's all cool. We're deleting that because they're not paying me to talk about it.
Oh, come on. It was a good joke. It was a good bit. People would have gotten excited like, oh, are they a real podcast now? No.
Anyway, let's talk about Shang. Welcome to Direct to Video.
VHS?
A podcast where we pair movies like fine wine. Today we watched some, like one very good movie.
Yeah, we watched a really good movie.
A really good movie that I really love and really holds up well. And another that, man, what do you say about it?
Gosh, well, I have pages.
I saw the trailer for it, and it was not the bad movie I expected from the trailer.
But it was a different genre of bad movie.
It was still a bad movie, though.
Yeah. I was going to watch this movie yesterday, and I sat down, and I watched, the first 3 seconds of it, and I a chill ran through my body, like death was approaching, and I was like, I have to do this tomorrow. I need to put this off. So I watched it today, and my fears were not. They weren't wrong. They weren't wrong.
Yeah. To put it all out there, we did watch Mulan 2.
Yeah, we watched. Yeah,
I think Andy really liked these movies.
I really liked Mulan. I have some problems with it, but I really liked it. And you tweeted to the world that Mulan 2 was a mediocre film.
Yes.
Which put me in the wrong mindset to watch this movie.
I apologize.
I sat down and I was like, okay, so this movie's going to be boring. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be great. But it's not going to be too bad. And fuck me, was I wrong. It's not the worst thing we've seen, but
I genuinely went in thinking it was going to be terrible. Came out thinking that's pretty mundane, except for a very choice couple of scenes that are just golden.
It's infuriating to me that there are parts of this movie that I like, because it would be, if those parts weren't there, it would be so easy to hate this movie. But it kind of just comes across as being very milquetoast. Yeah.
Do we have a background for Mulan? Or do you want to just jump into it?
I have a lot to say about this one, so I think we can just jump into it. Mulan came out, but just real quick, Mulan came out in 1998. It's considered part of the Great Disney Renaissance. It had a budget of $90 million, and it had a box office of $304.3 million, so it did really well. I believe it was nominated for several Academy Awards at the time, but it didn't win any.
It got one for music that it, I remember because I looked up part of the soundtrack. It got one for music that it, lost to a movie I've never heard of.
That usually happens, yeah. The awards are bullshit.
Well, it just seems like such a shame because I went back and watched Mulan, and I don't know who has gone back and watched that other movie from 1998 recently.
I love the music in this film, with one exception, but let's get started. Let's get into it. Let's roll up our sleeves and just dive headfirst into this experience. Right off the bat, we have this kind of very beautiful. Okay. Wait. Does I forget? Does the Hun thing happen before the title card, or?
I believe the title card happens first. It's
okay.
Like a calligraphy, watercolor calligraphy type thing.
Yeah, kind of like a sumi-e kind of. Style portrait of China that was really beautiful, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It was really fun to watch, and then kind of we're just dropped into it, at the Great Wall. The Falcon has a name, apparently. I didn't know that.
You want to tell me the Falcon's name?
It says it's Hayabusa, which I bet is a reference to something.
Probably.
I need to know what. They gave the Falcon a name. Oh, it's a type of motorcycle.
Okay, wow. Okay.
Oh no,
Huh.
wait, sorry. No, it's literally Japanese or Chinese or something. It literally means peregrine falcon. So it's just falcon.
Okay, so maybe the name was like sort of a working name during the thing, and they never put it in the movie because I don't remember that, and also that's kind of lame.
I don't know. I feel like Disney will often just be like, well, if we just call it falcon, but in the native tongue, people won't realize it because
Right. It's not terrible. So Shan Yu. Shan Yu is this crazy muscly Hun with great theme music.
It's super intimidating, motherfucker.
Yeah. We see him he climbs the Great Wall of China.
Mm-hmm.
And seems to kill, like, at least one of the dudes who's supposed to be, like, watching for Huns at the Great Wall of China.
Shan Yu has 2 amazing lines. One of them is in this scene.
I can't remember his line. Do you know his actual line?
Oh, gosh. I didn't write it down.
Okay.
He tells him, all of China knows you're here.
And then he says, perfect, when he, like, burns
Yeah, he, like,
flag.
burns the flag, and he just says, perfect. And I'm just like, oh, ooh.
But that's the thing. Shan Yu wants to conquer China, the biggest country in the continent. But first, he wants to fight all of it.
Yeah, right? Like, he's not doing this because he wants China. He's doing this because he sees the Great Wall as, like, a challenge of his military prowess.
Right. He's a really easy villain to like. He's a really easy villain to like. He just falls into, like, a villain category so strongly.
Yeah.
You never have the moment where you're kind of like, oh, like, but what about his side of the story? Because his side of the story is he wants to kill everybody in China. And, like,
He's
the bad guy, and that's fine. It's kind of refreshing to have a villain like that.
Yeah, to have a villain that's just... that is a force of nature more so than they are a character.
Yeah.
Shan Yu is not the antagonist. He is just another force pressing against Mulan's life.
The biggest antagonist of the movie is probably traditional military in China.
Yeah. I mean, just so right off the bat though, like because the guard that talks is just a regular dude. He's got a regular fucking American accent.
Right.
And there's something really distressing about this film because some characters are being played by these Chinese actors, and they have this deep inflection of that accent in their tone and their voice and their cadence. Like, you can hear it. Mm-hmm. But the other characters don't, and it's super weird sometimes.
We had this same conversation with Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Where, like, Lumiere is, like, French as fuck.
It's less jarring because these are still, like, American Chinese actors for the most part. Mm-hmm. But it's one of those things where I'm like, I'm really glad that they went this direction. It doesn't bother me. I'm glad that this was the direction they took because unlike Beauty and the Beast, which has one, like, super French-ass motherfucker, everybody in this movie who is of traditional Chinese descent is either a main character or treated with a great deal of respect.
Right. Okay. It's just like a Chinese person thrown in, like, hey, we made a movie about China. Look, we got a Chinese guy.
Yeah.
Which is something Hollywood loves to do.
Oh, Hollywood just loves flashing actors in ways that are not great.
So we come in on Mulan. It is morning. She's painting answers to her upcoming, I want to say test, but it's not quite a test. I mean, she's going to go see the matchmaker. So it's kind of the biggest test of her life, really.
We get so much of who Mulan is as a person in these kind of early scenes. She's not clumsy, but definitely ambitious. She's tactically minded in a lot of ways, but often jumps into situations without thinking.
Let me talk about Little Brother for a second, because there are 2 things I want to mention about him.
Okay.
One, I looked up the original Mulan story, which is about a woman who takes her father's place in the army, fights for 12 years, is an amazing warrior.
Kick-ass. Is so good. The original story is so great. I highly recommend everyone read it.
Comes back and and all of her friends are like, "Wait, you're a woman?" She's like, "Yep." And now I'm home being a woman, and that's neat.
And then she spends the rest of her life being a kick-ass woman. Apparently,
she has a little brother in that story. And I think that's why this dog exists.
As a nod.
Yeah. But the other thing is, Little Brother is something that's rarely seen in Disney movies, but I kind of enjoy because it's so, weird. He's the completely abandoned animal sidekick.
Yes. Moana does this too with the pig.
Yes, with the pig.
Where you think, oh, this is the sidekick who's going to follow us on our adventures, and it's like, nope, you take the chicken. Sorry. Also, the chicken's voiced by Alan Tudyk for some reason.
Yeah, but she
love you,
Alan
Tudyk. I mean,
I know what you meant.
If he's listening.
So she ties the chicken feed to Little Brother and puts a bone on a stick for him to chase. So he feeds the chickens, which is a clever way of feeding the chickens, but also a
clever way of wasting a lot of chicken feed. I love this scene because we also get this is the big kind of moral conflict of the film, which is in a way between Mulan and her father, because her father represents these traditional honorable ideals of what it means to be a great citizen of China.
Mm.
And he's at the temple and he's praying for her well-being. He also has a great line in that scene.
Yes.
He's just please help her. And it's just surrounded by chickens.
That's not even the great line I wrote down. I at the end of the scene, he's standing there with Little Brother and all the chickens are around him, and he goes, "I am going to go pray some more."
More, yeah.
And that's a pretty sick dad bird.
It really is. But yeah, this is the big conflict. This is the thing that Mulan has to overcome, is what her father expects her to be, except it's not. I don't know. This movie has so many weird. I've been doing this thing where I'm trying to kind of map the plots of films and the conflicts, right? Because it makes it easier to kind of understand what it is that the movie is trying to say.
Mm. Well, the thing about Mulan's father is that he is always supportive of her, up until he is faced with the choice to be supportive of her or to be supportive of his country.
Mm-hmm.
She can't stand the idea that he is going to do something that hurts himself for his country, but he feels that he must, and that's how these two are different, even though they are very similar people. I feel like she has more of a father in her than her mother or her grandmother, for instance.
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely. The relationship that they have is very good.
Hey, weird question.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the first Disney hero with two parents?
Tarzan had two parents.
Well, they died.
No, he had two parents. Kerchak was his dad, motherfucker. At the end, when Kerchak dies at the end of that movie, he accepts Tarzan as his son.
Okay, and
helped raise him.
Should not have said anything.
So the only Disney character with OG original parents, maybe.
Yeah.
Can't think of any off the top of my head.
Well, I mean, even if we accept that Kerchak is Tarzan's dad, which I'm not sure I do, there is a scene where his parents die.
Yes.
But I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I think she might be the first first Disney hero.
She ends this movie with both parents.
It's true. Starts with both parents, ends with both
parents.
Ahead of everybody else.
Shit. Yeah. No. I think so. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. I think so. I'm running through, and yes. Final answer.
Speaking of running, Mulan is running to get to her mom and her random middle-aged people who are going to clean her, which, now that I say it out loud, I realize I don't know her relationship with these people.
You know who these two people are? I don't know if this is true, but you know what they reminded me of?
What's that?
You remember in Brother Bear 2...
Oh, no. I don't. But okay, let's keep going.
That the girl in that the love interest in Brother Bear 2 has those two aunts.
Two aunts, yes.
That's what they reminded me of.
Wow.
And I bet that the two aunts in Brother Bear 2 were like a callback to Mulan in some way.
Brother Bear 2 was like a million callbacks to other movies. It had
so, hey, fucking here's a million plus one, right? What's one more fucking callback?
That's true.
In this movie that had no substance. Back to Mulan, who has written a cheat sheet.
Oh, I also want to go, her grandmother has this cricket that she believes is lucky.
Her grandmother has a death wish.
And a death wish. She has a great line, how lucky can they be, they're dead? Which... in reference to her own ancestors.
Yeah.
And she walks into traffic with a cricket.
There is a brief moment in this song.
I wonder if you and I notice the same thing about this Honor to Us All song.
Yeah, the thing about Honor to Us All, which is but it's a good song.
Mm-hmm.
This is such a good Disney musical because every song in it is advancing the plot forward in a way that's great.
Yeah, and also every song in it is good, but also like a little bit troubling. Yes,
but that's the thing is Honor to Us All is setting up like this is where Mulan is in life right now. This is the life that she has chosen to go forward with this thing that her parents want her to do because it would bring her family honor, and that's the thing to do when you're a woman in China. There is a great moment of foreshadowing in this scene, though, where she, like, helps a guy win at some variation of checkers.
Yes. What I liked about it is that the line that is being sung over this part talks about how a girl can bring her family honor in one way, by striking a good match. And, like, while that's happening, she helps this dude win.
Yeah.
Like, she just casually shows that she's, like, pretty smart. And maybe there are other ways to bring your family honor? I don't know. I do know. I watched the movie.
Yeah, I mean, we both are very aware of the other way. Which... To be fair, if I had to be given the two options, one of them is significantly easier than the other.
Yeah, I might get married instead of joining the army and dropping a mountain on the Huns.
Yeah, and saving China is it's a tall order. I don't know if I'm the right person for that job. This next scene is a bit long, but it's really fucking funny. It's got a lot of good bits in it. Oh,
hey, random note here. Do you know that apples are from China?
Did not know that.
Yeah.
I love
Me
apples.
neither. But they are, and they're from China.
Apples are one of the two fruits I can eat in their entirety, so I love apples.
All right. I regret bringing it up.
Yeah, you do.
Super interesting. And another note, Mulan prays for her father when she's worried about herself, which I also really like.
Pretty much every decision that she makes in this movie is in some way tied to her dad.
Mm-hmm.
And the respect she has for him. She doesn't want to let him down. The smoke in this movie looks really good.
Oh, yes.
It's so, like, it's stylized in a way that's, like, eye-catching, but not distracting. It's so great. I don't know how matchmaking in traditional China works. Does there have to be a crowd outside?
Well, it seems like everybody's getting their match made on the same day, which is weird because shouldn't the matchmaker just work every day?
Yeah.
Because if I recall from a different musical... Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh my god.
The matchmaker song. It seems like the matchmaker just, like, does what she does when she's gonna get around to it.
It's like having an aunt who's way too interested in your love life, but for the whole town.
Exactly, but everybody listens to this aunt for some reason.
Because it's her job. I just don't understand why I don't understand why there has to be a crowd. B, I don't understand how this works. Do they walk out and she has like a piece of paper in her hand with a dude's name in it, and boom, that's it, we found it? Or is the dude like in the back, like waiting for his chance to strike?
I mean, I sort of figured how it works would be there'd be like this little interview and she would decide which of these girls would match with like guys that she knew who had also done this maybe on a different day.
There's a lot here that I feel like I'm glad wasn't explained, but also should have been explained a little bit more.
I do not, I have actual no idea if this is something that they made up whole cloth, or if this is, a very common thing, at least at a certain time in China, that we just don't know about.
So, needless to say, Mulan really fucks up this interview.
It is spectacular. She doesn't mess things up halfway. Okay? This is...
There is nothing that could have saved this.
She sets the woman on fire. I mean, that's it.
And then puts her out with tea, which I think is just kind of adds insult to injury in a way.
God, that still has to be quite hot, too.
Yeah.
Although, I will say, she might have dodged a bit of a bullet, because how many eligible young men do you think there are the same day that the army recruited everybody?
To be fair, I don't think the army had started recruiting everybody yet.
They didn't. That would be later in the day. But even so, I think accidentally she managed not to get matched up with any flat-footed bastards who couldn't even go join the army. Or get matched up with somebody who would then be killed.
Be horribly murdered in an ambush.
Mm-hmm.
So, the news of the Han invasion has reached the Emperor, who has decided every family needs to donate one able-bodied man to join the military.
Did we skip the reflection scene?
Oh, fuck, we did, which is my favorite fucking Disney trope.
Because we fucking can't, because we've gotten into talks about the Disney reflection scenes before, and we gotta do it again.
It's like a whole I'm realizing now that doing a scene in which a character stares at the reflection is like a fucking art. And Mulan dials that moment up to 11 with the song that she sings and the climax of the song.
It's very good. We actually said this very similar thing about Pocahontas too, I think. But there's a moment where she has half of her makeup brushed off.
Yeah.
And it's herself and then the version of herself that she is showing to people.
Yeah.
But also, how? Because I don't know a lot about makeup, but she wipes it on her sleeve and it's just cleanly gone. And how?
Hey, listen, man. Disney's not always perfect. I will say though that Who Is That Girl I See? Kick-ass song, one of the best songs, one of the best What Do I Want songs that Disney's done, because the song ends on a. It's not a what I want song, because she doesn't know what she wants. It's more of a declaration of intent. It sets up the stakes to the viewer that Mulan is unsure of her identity, and that's the thing that's going to be solved in this movie.
I do like that it ends on the question, right?
Yes. And it also ends on her staring at 5 reflections.
Yeah,
which was really good. So now we're about to meet the worst character in the whole fucking movie.
Okay, sure. I can't remember his name.
Me neither.
I wonder if I have Chifu.
Chifu. More like, fuck you, because you're a shit character. Nailed it. Fuck yeah.
I guess my biggest problem with Chifu is that he's everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's not really explained why he's in all these places.
My biggest problem with Shifu is everything.
There's one thing about him that I actually find extremely reasonable, and we'll get to it when we get there. But he's a real piece of crap.
Shifu is the closest thing this movie has to an antagonist, and it's really fucking weird because he's not Mulan's antagonist.
Well, except for the time that he wants her to die.
Yeah, okay, but even then, right, that the conflict isn't between, and this is one of my main problems that I have with the movie, but the conflict isn't between him and Mulan, it's between him and Li Shang.
Yes. But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
All he's doing here is asking or ordering one man from every family to go join the army so that, the real army will have some backup. And Mulan's dad has some kind of injury in his leg or his waist or his side or something.
He is not only elderly and weak, but also we find out later he already served in the military.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he is that old.
Not only, but later, when Lee sees Mulan's last name, he says the
Fazu.
The Fazu. Like, Fazu, when he last served, was important.
Mm-hmm.
Or just really, really good. And he can't do that anymore. And we talked about this scene a little bit, but Mulan tries to stop him from accepting this summons, and he says she dishonors him, which is the first time that anything like that has come from him. Everybody else has been, like, putting this idea of honor on her, honor and dishonor on her, and he hasn't. And then he has in this way that's very much like what I think is more important than what you think.
Yeah.
And it's hard. It's really hard to watch.
This is the primary, I think, like, motivation for her is she cannot accept the fact that her dad has to go die, because he will, because she knows that he is at a point in his life where if he tries to do this, it will kill him.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the training they go through, and he can't stand up straight most of the time.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I would think if he had joined, they would have put him with the other army, and man, would he have been fucked
in
up.
In that case.
Yeah. In what has to be the greatest synth track in Disney
Mulan's
history.
Decision. I love this.
It's the best
music scene in the movie.
The music that accompanies it is like this, like, discordant synth track.
It's got the greatest music. This might be the best, like, background music I've ever heard in anything.
It's so fucking kick ass. Like, it just drives home, like, this is a important big thing that she is doing. And it's so good. So she steals her father's armor, disguises herself as a man, and runs away to join the military in the place of her dad.
And steals the horse, who might actually be a war horse.
Most definitely is. He's a big, real beefy horse.
He's really big. He might be her dad's old war horse.
He's pretty spry.
He is pretty spry. Maybe he's like the child of her dad's old war horse or something. But, like, they have, like, a little, not quite farm, but like like their own shit that they do that maybe they need a horse for, but they don't need a horse like this.
Yeah.
Oh, I just love it's great music when she's sitting, and the scene dressing is so good because she's on the Great Stone Dragon.
Yeah.
And then when she makes her decision, when there's the music starts to play, and she's really watching her parents fight, and you can't hear what they're saying.
Like, you feel the tension of like, you know that this is the decision she's going to make. Mm-hmm. Even if you don't know anything about the myth, the way that this story is unraveling, you know where this decision is going. It's just it's so beautifully, like, ramped up. The tension is pulled taut, and it really just works on every level. I think my favorite part of the scene is when she goes to get the horse and the horse is afraid of her. Like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Somehow the grandmother realizes that Mulan has left.
When she took her dad's, like, summons, she replaced it with her, like, comb.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So as like a shorthand, like, hey, I'm gone. Don't try to go join the army tomorrow.
Yeah, I have made this decision. And
her grandmother prays to the ancestors, which is, you kind of don't expect any character development on the grandmother character, but that's great.
I feel like it's not character development so much as it's like this really is a bad situation that they're in.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel about the ancestors scenes? Yeah, me too.
Well, I like them a lot more in this one than in the next one, if that's what you mean.
Agree. I mean, I agree, but I still don't like them in this one. Like, I love George Takei.
The thing is, with the ancestors,
mm-hmm.
is they are representative of something that Mulan's story goes against, which is the traditions of China. And I like how they fight like family. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. I don't like the American Gothic joke.
Okay, that's fine.
I just don't like it.
I get that.
This was the best place to put that comment in, so I just kind of slid it in there.
Yeah,
it's a bad joke.
They do kind of explain the stakes, not that they really need to. I have a problem with their plan.
Yeah,
which is they want to send a guardian to bring Mulan back, which makes sense. They want Mulan not to be killed. Fine. But wouldn't that also dishonor the Fa family? Because then they would have sent nobody. So I have I'm trying to figure out the only person who comes up with a plan that makes any sense is Mushu, and his plan's insane.
His plan is crazy, but it works, sort of.
I have another question, and this is about the Great Stone Dragon. He's the most powerful guardian.
Mm-hmm.
How did Mushu shatter him? Was he already dead? Can a guardian just die and just be a statue and nobody notices?
I don't know. That I was thinking that too. I was like, how does this spiritually? What are the rules? And I think that's just one of those things that you kind of just have to accept.
I think he's already dead because if Mushu can just kill him, that's crazy.
I think that's one of those just
Although,
mm-hmm.
maybe Mushu is the most powerful guardian, like he believes, and just has the ability to kill all the others and take their power.
It's the one thing he has, is he can kill the other guardians and take their place. So by this time, Disney had Aladdin, and they had Hercules.
Yes, I want to say. I mean,
yeah.
You're probably looking at the numbers.
I am looking at Wikipedia right now. Sorry, that's not a question.
Although maybe Hercules was being worked on at the same time as this.
Yes, it came out the year before. But I think Aladdin is the important one because in Aladdin they had this great. What I want to say was kind of a gamble that worked out in their favor, which is they brought in this big name comedian to play this comedic part. Their hope was that by bringing in Robin Williams, they would be able to give the audience a character to latch onto. I feel like that's what they were trying to do in Mulan with Mushu by having Mushu being voiced by Eddie Murphy, who in the late 1990s was at the height of his fame.
Mm-hmm.
He was a couch name, a household name.
Name.
I was gonna. There was an idiom that I was going for that I just completely lost halfway through. He's a household name because of his comedy, and people recognized him and his voice. He has a very distinct cadence. Mm-hmm. I think. I feel like they were trying to go for that again, but also Eddie Murphy's role in this film is so different from the genie in Aladdin.
It's weird because the genie does not have any power in the role he has.
Mm-hmm.
So the genie is always he's always beholden to Aladdin, and Mushu so much pushes the story forward on his own in a way that directly puts Mulan in danger. And so he's a weird. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I loved Mushu, and I think that was true for a lot of kids.
Mm-hmm. So
on the one hand, I think that the gamble still worked.
Yeah, definitely. He's a good character.
On the other hand, he's such a troubled character. He's almost like Stitch, in that you like Stitch despite the fact that he sucks.
That he's meddlesome, yeah. He's got a tood.
Well, but Mushu is two-dimensionally selfish, which they make way worse in the next movie.
Oh man, they took what was jerk ass that you could love and just made him full jerk ass.
Yeah. Especially because he's supposed to have fucking gotten over being There's a scene in this movie where he joins Mulan even though he doesn't get anything from it. And that's supposed to be his character arc, and they can't bring him back to being the shitty guy.
So in a weird Jungian psychology way, Mushu is Mulan's ego, and the cricket is her id.
Wow.
Because it informs the ego but the ego pushes her forward.
A note about Creaky. He might be unique in a Disney movie because he is the sidekick.
Yes.
As soon as Mushu shows up with Creaky, Mulan never, ever interacts with Creaky again. I watched for it. There's never a moment between her and the bug.
Creaky is not dissimilar to the worm that so plagued our two comedic heroes in The Fox and the Hound. Holy shit. I'm fucking tying this all together. The web is unraveling before I am seeing past the matrix that is Disney storytelling.
Andy, we can't put this on the internet. They'll find us.
No, it's fine. No, they won't. We're not that important. Fun. So I also love that Creaky just joins Mushu.
He seems, I guess it's because he's concerned for Mulan. Because he says, go get her. He's the one who says that. Maybe because she saved him.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's...
Because earlier, I think it was during the reflection scene, she, like, puts him back in like,
into
a
the
little...
bush. Yeah.
Yeah. After she had, like, gotten him out of the tea and basically risked her happiness so that this cricket wouldn't get drunk by a person. Which I hadn't considered until just this moment.
So, from a historical standpoint, the way the Huns are represented in this movie is real fucking wrong. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm just going to leave it there.
Never went to China, right?
No, they did.
Are you sure?
They founded a dynasty.
Are you sure that wasn't the Mongols?
No, it was the Huns.
All right.
The Huns invaded China so good, they became China.
I thought that was Mongols. I mean, it was also Mongols.
Mongols did a lot of stuff, but the Huns in their own right invaded and founded a Chinese dynasty.
All right, Attila the. Sure.
Yeah, fucking just...
Well, wait. Where's Hunnic Empire that's mostly Eastern Europe. You know what? I don't need to be finding maps of the Hunnic Empire. I don't need to do that. I should close this. Bro, they got almost to Italy. Oh, that's fucking crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, give me a sec. I'm looking this up now. Welcome to Direct-to-Video DVD Extras, a podcast in the middle of other podcasts where we talk about whatever we want.
Look, I'm just gonna search this page for China.
Unified Empire. Oh, really? The Hungarians lay claim to Hunnic heritage.
Makes sense. Invaded China from the territory of present-day Mongolia. Oh, so I was half right. At that point, they were probably called the Mongols.
I don't know if that's how that works.
Well, they came from Mongolia. I mean, the Chinese people probably called them the Mongols.
I don't know.
Anyway, that's not important. I mean, they probably didn't call them the Mongols. There's probably a name that they had, but...
So,
anyway.
Listen, the point is, this isn't some historically iffy shit. That's fine. It's fine. Yeah. It's fine.
It's timey-wimey.
It's fine.
You know?
Yeah, like, don't cite this movie in your essay about the Huns.
Please.
Please.
Don't do that. Maybe read a book.
Or just read Wikipedia. They have a map. It's really cool. Put it in your PowerPoint.
Look, man, one of the DVD extras is going to be us going into some historical weirdness and just talking about it for an hour.
It can't.
So, Mulan is super good at Rube Goldberg-style disasters.
Oh, before we get to that though, the reason I brought up the Huns is there is a short scene in which Shan Yu has another great line.
Now wait, is this the one with the scouts or the one with the doll?
This is the one with the scouts.
Okay.
They find these two Imperial scouts. You know, they make fun of them for a bit. One of the scouts gives some lip.
Yep.
And he tells the scouts to go run back to the Chinese army and tell them that they're on their way. And then just turns to one of his men and just says, "How many men does it take to deliver a message?" And in what has to be the greatest cut to black of all time. Oh, man.
Yeah, he's a good villain.
He's a great villain. It's nice to have a villain that's just, I don't want to say evil, but is just so unstoppable.
Yeah. And I would say evil for Shan Yu, because all he wants to do is kill people, and we never learn anything about him that tells us that he is anything more than that.
You make a good point. Which
is fine, as far as I'm concerned. Like, I like complicated villains. I think they're cool.
They have their place.
Sometimes a very easy to understand villain who just wants to kill you is fine.
It especially works in this story, which has 3 character arcs, interacting with each other in weird ways.
So Mulan, now with Mushu and Kriki, goes into
the army.
A dude in this. It's
time to be a dude.
Time to be a dude.
Be a dude.
All right.
Oh my god. I don't think anything in that song rhymes with man intentionally in the lyrics, so I feel like you could just replace it with be a dude or be a guy.
I like be a guy, because it sounds like the song you would sing when you're trying to ask a police officer not to write you a ticket.
Come on, officer, be a guy. So
fucking stupid. Okay.
Yeah, this is the part of the movie that gets a little problematic. A lot of jokes about dudes being guys and women not being men.
Well, I mean, part of the joke is that dudes will do stuff around other dudes that girls will never see, because they're not gonna do that around a girl. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. The guy, like, picking between his toenails with chopsticks. I saw that and I thought,
that's fucking Demon Town right there. That guy's gonna get haunted by demons. Fucking, you eat with that shit, man. The thing is I agree with Mulan on a lot of things. Like, these guys are real fucking cream of the crop. Awful.
Okay.
Not great. Bad at their jobs.
They don't have jobs yet. I mean,
childish.
Sure.
Immature. And gross. In a lot of ways.
Mulan accidentally starts a fight between everybody and everybody else.
So here's the thing is, I do not think that this is solely Mulan's fault. It's one thing, like, if you get into a fight with 3 guys, sure, that's Mulan's fault. But I feel like everyone in the camp getting involved...
A lot of it is Yao's fault.
Yeah.
Because Yao does punch before he does anything else. And a lot of it's Mushu's fault, because that's some bad life coaching.
Oh, no, Mushu is an awful life coach. Good motivational speaker, bad life coach. Like, if he was going to write a resume.
But the thing that gets me isn't this scene, it's after this scene when we see Captain Lee and General Lee and Chi Fu are together. General Lee's going to go off, he's going to go fucking kill some Huns.
He's going to go kill himself some Huns.
Yeah, kill some fucking Huns. And he says, okay, you're captain now. And sort of casually talks about how this is blatant nepotism. And in the one thing I genuinely agree with Chi Fu on, he says, surely a soldier with more experience. When I was younger, I assumed that Chi Fu wanted the captain job. When I watch this now, I thought, oh no, this guy's afraid that the dude promoting his kid just made the worst decision.
Here's the thing, though, right? Captain Lee really proves himself over the course of...
That's the thing. He can't prove himself Chi Fu, which is a weird subplot to be in here. No matter how good he is or how good his men is, they're never good enough for just this random dude who I don't understand.
He's just
here.
He's just a consul to the emperor, and I guess he was assigned to the general.
Yeah, okay.
The thing about Shifu is that he's a fucking nobody, but he acts like a real somebody, and that makes me hate him.
Damn.
Like, but he is integral to Li Shang's development.
Also, he gives us something that you see in a lot of movies, in a lot of war movies, which is somebody with a certain amount of power who holds it over everybody else that all the regular troops hate.
Yeah.
And you can't have Shang be that guy.
Yeah, Shang has to be awesome.
He's a good guy captain.
Yeah.
But that gives everybody else somebody to hate, which I don't know. It's just something you see in a lot of these movies, and it's
a very popular military trope.
Yeah. Captain Shang and everybody else comes out of the tent, and his fucking dad gives him this look, like this genuinely entertained look when he sees that everybody in the camp is beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, it's a look that says, this is gonna teach my son a lot.
And so we get the scene where he like asks Mulan her name, and Mushu helps her come up with one real quick. But here's something that's glossed over. Mushu had a childhood.
Let's talk real quick about this is one of the few movies, right, that like you have like in Aladdin when Genie alludes to the 90s or what have you.
Right.
It's okay because the Genie is not just comic relief, but is kind of this is a character that isn't part of the real world because they're also the narrator. Mushu isn't a part of the real world either, but in a way that, how does he have a childhood? Was he born? Are Guardians
weirdly doesn't
birthed
fit.
And then turned into statues later?
Is he like 8,000 years old?
Did he go to
like
school?
8 years old?
Did he go to Guardian school?
He's really worried about... He was demoted, which meant that at some point there was a statue of Mushu in this shrine?
And did nobody notice that it went missing?
And it turned into a statue of Mushu, like, on a ring. Like an incense ring. And what...
Yeah. Eddie Murphy screaming "I live" in that scene is one of the funniest fucking jokes that this movie has to offer. It's just Eddie Murphy yelling "I live," but it gets me, you know? It gets me. My solution to this is that Guardians used to be ghosts.
Whoa, okay.
Right? Like they were a member of the family that died, and either through bad luck or good luck were embedded into the body of an animal to protect the future family, or they were somebody's pet.
Okay, that has more of like a Coco feel, the pet one.
Yeah, still doesn't quite explain how he had a friend. Another thing is that her name is Fa Ping. Sorry, hey, that's a joke that the Disney writers fucking snuck in there. Have it. Just put it on your plate. Enjoy it. Enjoy that joke. Disney paid $90 million to have that joke on screen in 1998.
Wow. Okay. Great. Oh my god.
So now we get to the doll scene.
Well, we haven't done Be a Man, really.
Oh, no, yeah. Be a Man happens first. Be a Man's a great song. I love it. I know most of the lyrics to this day. That's all I gotta say about it. It's really fucking good. It's a great song. Super problematic, but so fun to sing.
That's why I love it. I think that's the thing about most of the songs of this movie. Well, like, if you compare Be a Man to Honor to Us All, they're problematic for the same reasons in opposite ways.
Yeah,
and that's why that there's like this fucking jamming song that the lyrics are kind of troubling to, especially in the context of the movie where it's about a girl pretending to be a guy so that her dad doesn't get killed.
Yeah, it's this movie really like just loves to just like look over at gender roles in society and just touch the topic or get their finger really close and be like, I'm not touching you. and it's infuriating. But it's a fucking like this song's a club banger, so.
This is in 98. If Disney had said something about gender roles in 98, then it probably would have aged terribly. And I'm sort of okay with what they did. I can go back and watch this movie and not hate what it says about gender, which I feel like that itself is
it's a feat, because this movie is 20 years old. It holds up way better than most movies from this era of Disney do, in terms of like just messaging and theming.
Anyway, Be a Man's a great song.
So good.
And it's got again, a great character arc just during the song.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has like a mini character arc during the song, and Mulan has the main one. I was like how in the beginning, who's the big guy? Tenpo or something?
Yeah, something like that.
He's afraid to cross. Shenpo? Xianpo. He's afraid to cross the water, and then at the end of the song, he's just doing flips over it, and it's awesome.
Very dexterous for a man of his body type.
Oh yes.
Well, actually, and we'll talk about him, because this motherfucker's got some strength. He's got some hidden talents.
Mm-hmm.
I love how I'm looking at my notes, and I literally just wrote lyrics to the song in between my actual notes.
I love it.
The Huns, the rage of war. That's good. I do wonder how accurate this is to like actual training during this era of China.
I would want to know how to dodge flaming arrows.
I just feel like some of it is a bit excessive. Let's talk about this fucking doll scene.
Mm-hmm.
Man, why you gotta sniff the doll and make it weird? Like,
you thought that's what made it weird? I want to talk about something very important with this doll scene. Shan Yu might be the only Disney villain to have explicitly killed children.
I'm pretty sure Shere Khan ate a kid.
Did he manage to eat a kid?
He's killed a lot of people. I'm sure one of them was a kid.
Okay, that's fine. It's just that when Shan Yu realizes that there is an army by the village in the pass that they're going to, he says, great, we're gonna go kill them. And he says, this little girl will want her doll back, we should bring it to her. This fucking dude, this guy, he is excited about the ability to go kill some civilians.
It seems to me like until this moment he was just gonna be like we're just gonna get through the pass and we're gonna make our way to the Imperial Palace. But because the army was there, he's like, you know what? While we're here, let's stop at McDonald's.
Oh my god.
Let's get some civilian. Let's get our civilian casualties on while we're here. Since we're gonna stop anyway, let's just grab a coffee at McDonald's.
I don't like that at all. So we jump back from that to Mulan taking a bath, which is a little bit of tonal whiplash, but we'll hang in there.
Not as bad as the other one. There is some tonal whiplash that we're coming up on that's fucking raw.
Oh yes.
I agree with Mulan about this. I shower every day, sometimes twice a day, because I go to the gym every day. And sometimes I don't get to go to the gym before my shower, so I gotta shower again, because people smell.
Historically, though, people don't shower every day. And I have been told that excessive showering actually makes you, like, oilier. And so the fact that we all clean ourselves every day means that, like, our body is producing more oil and, like, making our skin all gross.
I moisturize.
And that might be true. I also shower every day. But, like, when I was a kid, I showered every couple days. Because kids don't give a crap, and neither did anybody else.
Okay, I moisturize every time I get out of the shower, replenish, put those oils back into your body so that your body doesn't go ham.
Oh my god.
I recommend a cocoa butter because I like smelling good. Whatever. It's no big deal. I'm just saying, if you take hot showers in particular, you get dehydrated. Moisturize. Put that oil back into your body. It needs it. What was I talking about?
I have no fucking idea.
I feel like, I just kind of... I feel like I started mumbling halfway through that. Could you understand
people
me?
In medieval China did not bathe every day, and that's fine, and we can all live with it.
But I get where Mulan is coming from, that you gotta bathe. You like... Mm-hmm. I like smelling nice. I like it when other people smell nice. That's all I'm saying.
I enjoyed this scene for the reason that when I watched it and distinctly remembered watching it as a kid and understanding that, like, you know, if they see her naked, they'll know she's a girl, and not really appreciating the fact that in every moment of this scene, she's trying to hide her boobs and, like, also trying not to see Yao's dick.
Yeah, it's...
And I just thought, like, as, like, I got it as a kid, and as an adult, like, there was an amount of, like, just, like, jokes that, like, I found really, really funny.
Some real fa-ping level jokes.
Good.
That's what I'm going to call them from now on. Disney paid $90 million to get that joke on theater screens all across America and the world. And I'm just bringing it to you, dear listener. Mushu really takes one for the team in this scene, though. Because I remember, I was watching this scene and I remember thinking to myself, how do they get out of this one? Because I don't remember. It's been so long since I've seen this movie. And Mushu just really, like, just, you know, gets a mouthful of cheek and goes to town.
No, that was vile. You owe me big.
Which is a great, another good Eddie Murphy line that's just made me crack up. I laughed out loud watching this movie, which is, I think, the first time in a long time that a Disney movie's made me, like, laugh out loud, like a good, hearty, like, that was good.
It seems like you forgot a lot about this movie.
I did. I really did. It's which is weird, because out of all of the Disney movies, I think this is the one I've watched most recently.
Mulan overhears that Lee and Chi-Fu are fighting about whether or not his men are...
combat ready.
Yeah, combat ready. And this leads to, like, this, like, weird little moment between them when Mushu realizes she's got, like, a crush on him.
There are a lot of weird little moments between Mulan and... I keep forgetting his fucking name. And it's like...
Shang?
Right, Li Shang. It's right in front of me, and I have to, like, scan for it every time. I don't know why it's so hard for me. But yeah, there are a lot of, like, weird little moments between Li Shang and Mulan that are great.
I don't watch very many romantic comedies, but for a long time, a common romantic comedy thing, like, maybe not even quite romantic comedy, was like a girl dressed as a dude.
There is a amazing movie called She's the Man that is this for the whole movie. It's fucking great. Highly recommend it.
But that always seems something so crazy to me as a story, because, like, does this dude, like, think he's fallen in love with a dude? Like,
that's the thing, is we as the audience know, oh, like, this is the love interest, they're falling in love, that's cute. But Li Shang is just like, man, I'm such good friends with Pei. Who would have thought that at this point in my life, what I thought was my shittiest, weakest soldier would be one of my best friends? The rock upon which I will build this army.
Just me and Ping, two guys with penises.
Just two bros being dudes here in China's army. Yeah. I sure think about Ping's soft, supple lips way too often. But we're just two guys being dudes.
It's weird that he has such full lips. They're just very kissable.
And very red. Very just present in my memory and also just on his face.
Anyway, if we could move on.
We just kind of free-formed a weird fan fiction that I don't know how comfortable I am with it. But it happened and it's out there. So
Mushu falsifies a document or calls for Shang's help.
Mm-hmm.
And so the army's this brand new army that's just finished training. They're moving out. They're gonna go out to the Tungshao Pass, I believe it's called.
Yeah, something like that.
And they're gonna go fight some Huns.
They're gonna go fight those Huns.
Which leads us into another great song.
Yeah.
You don't think this is a great song?
Not a fan. I'm not a fan.
You know, like A Girl Worth Fighting For.
I
like the song. I like the song because it's another thing that shows. See, Ping is like best friends with the people that she angered early on in the movie. Like they're all close now.
Yeah, they're the Three Musketeers and Ping.
Well, there were 4 Three Musketeers too.
Exactly, that's the joke. I mean, that was
okay.
That's the.
Good thing I pointed it out then. It's a good joke. Allow me to explain it for you.
No, you're fine. You're good. Let's keep going. It's fine.
But this is something, they're close, but this is another one of those things that just shows off a way in which she is different than them, and maybe a level on which she can't connect to them at all.
But that's the infuriating thing to me.
But that's what I love about it. I love that their relationship is that complicated.
No, I mean it's fine, right? It's a funny thing to have these characters have this like thin divide, and you know in your head that the reason that divide is there is because Mulan is actually a woman. But that's why I hate it, because one of my favorite things about the original Mulan story is that Mulan just ties her hair up and just is a man for 12 years and is like, for all intents and purposes, fits perfectly into that, into the military to such an extent that that she is promoted and is given her own squadron of soldiers to lead. I don't know. This movie had an opportunity to give the message that it's okay for girls to like guy stuff, but every time it gets close to that, it has these scenes where it's like, but guys and girls are fundamentally different, and that's just not true. Do you see what I mean?
I don't think it's true, but I think groups of guys and groups of girls are fundamentally different.
I don't know. I just
like, even if it's just socially, if you get a group of girls together, they will destroy another human being. And if you get a group of guys together, they'll make a lot of dick jokes.
I don't know. I feel like if we keep up that kind of presentation of women and men in film, it's a lot harder to get, especially boys and girls, to admit that they can just hang out with each other and that's okay. And this movie eventually, by the end, falls into that really clumsily, but I feel like it could have been handled better.
Okay.
Like, don't get me wrong, right? Like, this movie does its best. No, it doesn't. This movie does what it can do. Considering the fact that for all intents and purposes it was probably written and animated and promoted by a bunch of guys.
Now, I don't know that for sure, and I feel weird saying it, but you're probably right.
I don't know that for sure either, but just like Disney to this day is not great at putting women in high-level positions.
Absolutely.
It is a thing that has bothered me about Disney for a long time, and bothers me still. Assuming that this is a movie that was written by a dude, directed by a dude, and for all intents and purposes produced as a piece of art made by men, in 1998, it's fine. And it's definitely not irredeemable, because this movie holds up super fucking well. It's one of those things that I look back on it and it's like I'm further separated from who I was when I saw this movie as a kid and who I am now. So I can't not think about it. That was a talk I was hoping to have at the end of the movie, but fine. This is a good point. This is a great place because, man...
You want to get to the big tonal shift here?
The big tonal shift? Well, I mean, I feel like I already got us there, so yeah, let's just dig in.
So, the song, A Girl Worth Fighting For, ends, and will forever end? Like, if you go listen to the Mulan soundtrack, it has this ending where it just stops.
It's like the beginning of The Lion King, except it's the end of the song.
And it stops because they see a burnt village.
They see a fucking massacre.
Okay, here's the thing. I was watching for this because I was curious. There are no bodies in the village. It's all burnt down, but there's nobody there.
They're all in the snow.
There are bodies when they see the army. I keep on pointing stuff like this out, but this might be the Disney movie with the most dead bodies in it. Like the most actual visible dead bodies.
What a bad situation they're in.
It doesn't seem like a lot of Huns died at all.
It really, from the next scene, it really feels like General Lee's troops were just overwhelmingly fucked and had no chance.
And so let's put it out in the open. General Lee is dead.
He is so dead. Shang does the thing where he puts a sword in the ground and is like super sad.
And Mulan leaves the doll, which sucks.
She also tries to like console Shang in a way. In a way that's more authentic than the last time she tried to console him. It's a good moment.
But now they're the only ones who know that the Huns have gone through here. So
Yeah.
they need to get to the Imperial City because that's where the Huns are going.
I do want to point out that this movie is doing a lot in this, like, and I realized it in this scene, right? Like, this movie is telling Mulan's story of finding out, like, who she really is and what she wants in life and what her ultimate goal is, her identity. Captain Li Shang's kind of mini arc of learning to become a leader, learning to make these tactical decisions, and being kind of thrust into this position that he thought he was ready for. And also the story of being the underdogs in the military who have to save the day, even though everything is against them and they have no hope of winning. And it juggles those three stories so well and so poignantly, and I'm genuinely like super impressed by it. Like, I cannot think of another Disney movie that tries to do this many concurrent storylines and succeeds at all of them.
I don't know. Yeah, I can't think of one.
I'd have to think about Tangled. Tangled, I think, is a contender. Tangled does a lot as well. Tangled is a very thick, meaty, complex Disney princess movie.
Maybe Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah! Oh, yes.
Because it's been a while since I've seen that, but that has Lilo's character development, Stitch's character development, Nani's character development, the character development of 3 different aliens. Like, it's got a lot in there.
Yeah, even the FBI agent gets a little character development.
Oh, his stuff is great.
Fuck, man, where's my live-action Lilo and Stitch movie? I would commit crimes for a live-action Lilo and Stitch movie.
How would you make Stitch not creepy?
It would be really hard. It would be super difficult. I think Industrial Light, if Industrial Light and Magic handles the special effects of Stitch specifically, these are the guys that do Star Wars things. I feel like they could come up with a pretty fucking cute alien that still looks like Stitch. I feel like it wouldn't be that hard.
He just has such a big mouth.
It's
cute in animation, but it might not be on a real animal.
I feel like they'd figure it out.
Mushu does something.
All the better to smile at you with.
Trying to get us back on track, if that's okay.
Sorry. It's a good joke, though, right? Like,
yeah, no, it is.
Okay, great. Just all right. Fucking my note here, by the way, is literally just fucking Mushu.
Fucking Mushu. Like, he does. See, it's stuff like this that like makes him kind of a weird character in this movie, because he sets off a cannon. I assume, like, accidentally with his breath.
Yeah,
because he was messing with it.
This to me is a very Shakespearean thing.
Wow. Okay.
Because you have a character whose sole character is being the comedic relief, but in a moment of tragedy, comic relief is just another danger, or is not appreciated by the quote-unquote crowd. Because in any other scene, Mushu accidentally setting off a cannon could have been hilarious. But in this specific moment, it was the worst possible thing he could have done. And that's a very Shakespearean way of handling a comedic figure. Well, that or kill them.
I was gonna say. So Mulan saves her horse. Everybody's saving the cannons. They have to get into position. They're in a bad position because they're the bottom of a mountain, and the Huns are shooting fiery arrows at them, and they have a lot of explosives.
Yeah, the Huns are wrecking their shit with arrows that are on fire. So they get out of the arrows' distance and then proceed to use all of the cannons that they have.
They really scattershot those things.
Man,
it is dumb. They waste them. Maybe they don't have a lot. I mean,
in what could have been the worst possible tactical decision, yeah, they just fucking... They have one cannon left by the end of it, which is insane to me.
And then the Huns start charging.
And this is, I think, this is the one time in the movie where they visibly use CGI, but it's okay, because it is one of the scariest oh shit moments in any Disney movie. Like, they are so fucked.
Okay, so Mulan takes the cannon from Yao, who's going to set it off to shoot Shan Yu. Because she has seen in the reflection of her sword, the mountain. So she runs up, lights the cannon right in front of Shan Yu, and shoots it at the mountain. And she has the most smug look on her face.
That is the look that she had on her face when she won checkers, not on an entire movie ago. A look that just says, "I fucking got you." Hey, you just got played, and you played yourself.
And this is the first time that anybody has done anything against Shan Yu that has worked. Like, the only thing we've seen Shan Yu do is be terrifying, and now, in an instant, she has destroyed his entire army.
She has completely wiped them out, causing an avalanche.
And he manages to slice her on her side with his weird curved sword. I wonder if there are really swords like that, and if there's a use for them.
There are swords like that. They work as well as other swords.
Okay. I was just wondering if there's, like, a specific reason to have, like, almost random seeming curves.
They saw pretty good.
Yikes. Then we get the avalanche scene, which is probably, I would say, I was going to call it the most iconic scene in this movie. That's not even true. There are like 4 more iconic scenes in this movie.
I think the reflection in the sword as she's cutting her hair is the number one thing.
Yeah.
But it's pretty memorable.
If I see an avalanche scene and I don't think of Mulan, that means that they made an avalanche scene that looks different from this one, which is good. Good for them. Because this is, to me, like the quintessential dropping a mountain on somebody's scene.
Yeah, this is why I like comparing Shan Yu as a force of nature, right? Because it takes an avalanche, an actual force of nature, to stop him. It's the equivalent of, like, building a dam to stop a flood. Except they killed thousands of Huns.
It did look like thousands of Huns.
It looked like a lot of Huns. They were so fucked. That's the thing, right? Is like when Li Shang orders Yao to fire the cannon directly at Shan Yu, like, he's doing this well aware of the fact that, like, even if we kill Shan Yu, we're all gonna die.
Yeah, he just figures that maybe the Imperial City and the Emperor will survive if Shan Yu is dead. Because that means that the Huns will have lost their leader.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't. They're not living through this.
Whew.
Until Mulan drops a mountain on her enemies. Mushu does some stuff that could almost be considered useful. Which is good on him.
Shenanigans happen, but the real thing that I want to really get across, right, is that... Chen Po can just pick up a horse.
He'll pick up a whole horse.
And,
not only the horse.
And like 5 other dudes.
Yeah.
And Mulan. And Li Shang. And a small dragon and a cricket. He could just pick them up.
Chen Po must have, like, a certain inner strength that comes from being completely at peace.
I think this is one of the lessons of Buddha.
Yeah. Super strength. Everybody knows Buddha had super strength.
Yeah, he was just like so Buddha, like actual words from Buddha. He was like, whenever you hit a certain level of chill, everything in the world will weigh the same. I think he was talking about problems more so than actual weights of things. But he just picks up a fucking horse, and that's, as a person who has been like crushed by a horse at some point.
Great.
Horses are fucking heavy, man.
Horses are heavy.
They're real heavy. They're real big.
So, I have a question. Where'd this doctor come from?
Hey, listen, I don't know. I was going to say from a nearby village. There is no nearby village.
They're alone on a mountain and the nearest town is destroyed.
I will say that the size of this group of army men shrinks and grows throughout the movie, like an accordion.
Most of them must have died in the avalanche, right? Like, Mulan's gambit definitely killed some of her own people.
Yes.
Or, they were killed by the Huns and then they were washed off the mountain. But, like, what happened was dangerous for both sides. They just happened to live through it. So I don't know where this fucking doctor came from, but now that a doctor is examining her,
And he's a medical professional. He would know more than anyone.
Although I do have to say something else. I guess this is before, like, privacy oaths, because I think if a doctor... Well, I don't know, maybe not for the army. If a doctor examines you and finds out you're a woman, does he have to tell your commanding officer?
From historical record shows that it really depends on the doctor.
Makes sense.
And it really depends on the woman.
There actually is a real-life example of that. I remember it from Sawbones, and I forget that person's name.
There are a lot.
Yeah, but this is like that was like a very famous general. Found out this person was a woman after he died.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's kick-ass.
But his like doctor came forward afterward and was talking about the stuff that he had been given to give like testosterone stuff.
Yeah.
For keeping all the chemicals in check and all that. So it's just, I'm sorry, I got off on a tangent, but this is...
Did you?
The, like, real-life implications of this are interesting.
But the secret is out.
So, the punishment... I guess it's technically the punishment for impersonating a soldier, because it can't be the punishment for a girl pretending to be a guy to become a soldier, because this must be the first time that's happened. Like, that can't happen often enough that there's a rule. Or it happens so often that there's no way they got a rule in.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's death.
Lee says that because she saved his life, he has now saved hers by not killing her.
Which is bullshit.
Yeah.
Sorry. That is not a fair fucking trade.
Especially because she saved his life at least twice during that last fight.
And, like...
First by killing everybody, and then by saving him. Like...
Personally. Also, she had, like, a fucking big-ass gash in her side. When she saved you, all you did was drop a sword, dick. But he's also dropping the weight of his ambition. No, fuck you. He just dropped a sword. There's no metaphors here.
Well, something that Shang has to deal with, the same thing that her father has to deal with, which is what is more important, like the thing that he wants to do, or the thing that he feels
is right,
or this tradition and what has been done and what he knows must be done, because that's what he was always told.
Yeah, he needs to learn to follow his heart.
Oh my, no, fuck you.
Is that what you were trying to say with all those words?
It super wasn't. What I was trying to say was, with great power comes great responsibility.
No, you weren't.
I wasn't. But it's a better catchphrase.
Mushu goes through some heavy character development in this next scene.
Yes. By the way, that's what a pierogi looks like. A pierogi is, like, I think technically a dumpling, like a type of dumpling.
Yeah, I've had about 7 people explain to me now that a pierogi is like a Polish dumpling, but with potato. Still don't get it.
The thing that Mushu is
really
frying on a stick is a dumpling, but it looks like a pierogi.
No, I know what a fucking dumpling is. I've had dumplings. Okay,
imagine that, but with potato in it.
It would be such a good name for a dog.
You're an idiot.
Am I? People name their cats Professor Wuddlekins, and I'm the bad guy here?
I don't know.
For wanting to name their dog after a stuffed potato or whatever?
That's not even
a potato stuffed dumpling.
Anyway.
I have a point.
You can't say that. You can't fucking be the one to say that.
Fine, you say it.
No. just tell me about Mushu, man. Tell me about his character development.
Man, so Mulan has hit the lowest low. Her secret is out. She's lost the respect of her friends. She's lost the respect of the captain who she respected, who she was in love with.
Yeah, who she's pretty into.
And for all intents and purposes,
he's got a rockin' bod.
And God, yeah, he does. Going back, there's a scene where Yao says something along the lines of like, yeah, I'll do it, and I'll keep my shirt on. And I'm like, no, my guy, you want to take your shirt off. Like once somebody has escalated the competition to shirts off, motherfucker, if you do not get up on their level, you have admitted that your bod is not as rockin' as theirs. Which is okay.
Andy, tell me about how sad Mulan is, please.
Mulan is so sad. And Mulan is at this point, I think at the climax of her story, she did everything she could to do what was right, and at this point understands that the reason she was doing this wasn't really to protect her dad, more so than it was to just get out from under the weight of having to defend her family's honor the way a woman has to.
She had, in her eyes, basically just failed at being a girl.
Yeah.
And so she tried being a guy.
And failed at that, too. And in a weird way, right, Mulan still hasn't been herself.
Right.
And it's at this point that Mushu fucking steps up and, like, real life advice just kind of, settles the beef and is like, hey, this is my deal. This is why I was doing this. Like, the whole crux of what I was doing was for these reasons. It was because I lost my place as a guardian. I thought this was my chance to prove myself again. We're not so different, you and I.
Well, but one of the things he says, and I wish he hadn't said that sentence, one of the things he says is, you risked your life to protect your family, or to help your family. I risked your life to help myself, and
we are very different, you and I. Except for the ways in which we are alike.
Okay, great. Forget it.
I'm like in a mood right now, sorry.
Are you? Are you really?
I just ate half of a velvet cake, so I'm fucking high on that velvety goodness.
Podcasting with a lightweight. Okay.
I don't eat sweets often, you know that.
You just eat entire bananas. So, Mushu talks about how he's a failure and Mulan's a failure, but they're going to face whatever happens next together. And Creaky gets the thing about where he admits that he's not lucky, which is a surprise to no one, and also, how can you prove that?
Mushu seemed pretty broken up about it.
Here's the thing. When the rope with the arrow, how can you prove that wasn't luck? It's impossible.
Both directions that arrow was fired, by the way.
Right. The fact that the cannon hit the side of the mountain at the right way to collapse it, how can you prove that wasn't luck?
The fact that cricket didn't fucking die of avalanche.
Good point. But then their little pity party is broken up by a bunch of Huns getting out of the snow, popping out of the snow like daisies. Like
zombies in the snow. They emerged from the white depths.
Well, except Zombies in the Snow is a movie where a girl falls in love with one of the zombies and proves they're not so different, and also has a secret message in it about Kaunola.
Like Chilean miners.
Great. So now Mulan has to go to the Imperial City and warn everybody that the Huns are back. Because there are still like 7 Huns.
In a way, they are much more dangerous because now everyone thinks they're dead.
That is true. I expected that to be a joke that didn't come. When he said, in a way, I was like, what's happening?
Nothing.
Good.
Real irritated by Li Shang here. Because...
Oh, yeah, what a piece.
Because, dude, fucking, she lied about her gender, not military secrets. Like, if... Also, the last time she saw you, you were going to cut her head off with a sword.
Yeah, she says, what reason would I have to come here? And you know what? Good question.
That would have been enough for me to be like, all right, yeah, no, you have a legitimate point.
But I will say, he brushes her off. Maybe he's just mad at her and confused. But later...
He's going through a lot of stuff sexually.
He's like, do I want to fuck Pig? Maybe.
Maybe still. Maybe even now.
But later when he's presenting the sword, he does, like, look around like he's worried about something. Which tells me that he did listen to her, even though he also brushed her off because he did not want to be talking to her. Like maybe he's being a fucking child.
Yeah.
About this. And he does believe that the Huns could be here, but also he just want to talk to this girl who he's mad at. And look, I'm kind of okay with that. I'm okay with him being an asshole for a petty reason, because that feels very real to me.
I completely agree. He gets his, I think. He definitely steps up later.
Can we talk about that scene? I don't know if you will disagree with me on this, but I think the Be a Man reprise scene is one of the best scenes in the movie. It's like 30 seconds of the Be a Man song sung over Mulan's best friends dressed in drag.
Mm-hmm.
And what I love about it is that it references both her first song about bringing honor to her family by dressing like this, and the Be a Man song, which is sung over it in the greatest dichotomy of visual and musical
messaging.
Yeah, thank you, God. I could not find a word to finish that sentence.
It really is like a double-sided issue to me. And on one hand, yes, it's really fucking good. The symmetry of the moments are fantastic. But on the other hand, like a lot of other gender dynamic things in this movie, could have been handled a little bit better. It is really good though. It's really funny, and the plan itself
one of the things that I genuinely love about it is, unlike Shang, these three are willing to follow Mulan in a crazy plan that will not work.
She has proven herself to them to be an able tactician.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow.
And maybe it's just as simple as, like, this is their friend, and the fact that it's a girl doesn't change that. She has a way in, they're gonna believe her. I don't know that I would dress in drag and put on a bunch of makeup, like heavy makeup for a friend.
It's a pretty good plan.
Yeah.
Considering it works.
Oh, and the other thing, the final thing that it brings in is, of course, the beginning of their military training, climbing the pole.
And also, it's kind of the conclusion to Li Shang's story arc, because he joins in kind of at the last minute, and this is like...
Unless he waits till everybody else is dressed up, and how long did that take them? 20 minutes? Half an hour?
He's like, I'm about this plan, but also I do not want to dress up in drag, so I'm going to hang back a bit, and then just come in at the last moment so that they can't talk me into it. I have a look.
Look, my shoulders are too broad.
They're too
for
broad.
One of those dresses.
My bod is too rockin'. But this is like the conclusion to Li Shang's arc, because the entire time Li Shang has been trying to be the leader that his father wanted him to be, and this is the final kind of lesson that he needs to learn: is sometimes being a good leader is knowing when to let someone else do that job. It's not just giving orders; it's knowing when to what's the word I'm looking for? Secede?
Delegate?
Or cede. Yeah, no, cede. Control to a person more capable in this situation than you. And he does.
Yeah, so they get in. Mushu real quick burns the peregrine falcon into a chicken, which isn't how that works.
It's a punchline.
Uh-huh.
I kind of wish they just killed the bird. I don't know why. Like, if he had just blown some fire and the bird was just a roasted chicken, I would have been okay with that. Just throwing that out there. I'm just kind of gonna let that one judge me for who I am.
The guys go and half seduce, half beat the shit out of those Huns.
It's really unfair phrasing of that. They weren't happening like at the same time. It was like one after the other.
Well, but when you say one after the other, I have to stress that they only half seduced them. They could have full seduced them and then not have to have beat the shit out of them. But that's not the way they
I feel like at some point they would have had to beat the shit out of them. Man, the Emperor is so badass.
The fucking power play he pulls when he just casually
walks away
from his own execution.
He's like, I'm just gonna be over here. No thanks. He couldn't have known.
And that's the thing. That made me think this could have ended so tragically for this guy who, like, he could have gone down in history as like, oh, this emperor refused to bow down and then got murdered hard. But
that's the thing is, right, is because then the story would be, and he just started walking away, and and that's how he was killed, and that's pretty fucking strong for a guy who
he's dead now,
is super old. Li Shang basically puts himself in the position to get his ass kicked by Shan Yu.
Well, but here's the thing that I love about this scene is that Li wins until the Emperor gets away, and then Shan Yu gets so mad that he just, like, fucking
overpowers him, yeah.
Yeah. And takes him out. Well, the thing is, like, Li's a smaller guy, but he's really good, and Shan Yu's also really good, so that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that they're both very good. So Mulan decides to cut off Shan Yu's avenue of escape, and in a moment that's pretty rad on Shan Yu's part, she, like holds her hair up into the tie, and Shan Yu realizes, oh, you're the soldier that ruined my army.
See, Shan Yu doesn't see gender. He just sees enemies.
To be fair, his eyes are gray. I don't think he can see much at all. He's probably got, like, real bad cataracts.
And Mulan has done this. This is, I think, the second time in this movie she's done this. She's thrown her shoe at somebody, which is a crazy thing to do because she has to put on her shoe before she starts to run.
She threw the shoe with such force that it bounced back at her. I just want to throw that out there. That's impressive.
That wasn't even covered in training.
I didn't teach her that. I didn't teach her that either. That's what Li Shang's thinking this whole time. I didn't teach him that. Her, him, still confused. Still into it though.
So she gets this idea, and the idea is to send Mushu to get some fireworks. And at first I thought Mushu murdered those guys.
They jumped out of the tower.
But I think his idea must have been to scare them off because he was going to blow up the tower.
But see, they jumped out of the top of the tower.
Yep.
So
they're fine, Andy. Those guys are fine.
They're How does a cat, something that is capable of surviving a multi-story fall, be dead in Cinderella, but two dudes?
I'll tell you, Andy. I will tell you. Genuinely, I'll tell you. See, there's been studies about this. Cats can survive falls of 7 floors or higher. But in between the 2nd floor and the 7th floor, they actually get much more terrible injuries. Because a cat's terminal velocity is actually slower than the velocity it'll hit after falling 5 floors, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
So a cat that falls 5 floors might be dead, but a cat that falls 9 floors might live. Also, those guys are fine.
This has been Smart Stuff.
I think that's actually from QI.
That's genuinely very interesting, though. That's really fucking funny. That's genuinely, like, a super cool fact. My little brother just, like, got his hands on a cat somehow, so, you know, this is good to know. I'll let him know. Hey.
Good. Okay, just, like,
don't test this.
Test this.
Don't test this, but just in case you need to know this. I bet that's good news for people who own cats and live, like, on the 7th and 8th floors of a building, and terrifying for people who live in between.
Mm-hmm. Mulan gets chased onto the roof, which is that's exactly her plan. She wanted to be on the roof. This is all perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Shan Yu pulls out his sword, and she pulls out her fan, which is, again, great. Because she uses the fan to steal his sword, stabs him to the roof, and he gets shot by a firework and explodes in just a great firework show. And everybody in China sees it, and they're all happy. So, ascent scene. Mulan has like all of her buddies hug her, which made me really want there to be like a bro hug moment earlier in the movie.
Yeah, that they could have called back to.
Like something about how like dudes hug a certain way, and then maybe they like give her a real hug here.
I don't know, they could have done like the half business, half hug handshake where you like shake somebody's hand and then kind of reach over and give them a hug.
This feels more intimate because we're holding hands.
Shang shows up in the celebration, and him and Mulan stare deeply into each other's eyes, and the music swells a little bit, and he says, "You fight good."
The thing you need to understand about Shang is that he's just kind of a dip.
When he is not waist deep in war and waist up, not covered in clothing, Shang is absolutely useless.
And he only wants Shang around for one thing.
Listen, I'm not the one who framed him in this way. The movie did. Even the Emperor is like, my guy. You fucked up. So hard. So we cut to Mulan's dad, who's brooding underneath a metaphor.
Yep, accurate. By the way, though, has she been gone for like a season? Or like a year and a season? Because the metaphor he's brooding under is the tree with the flower that hadn't quite bloomed yet.
I would say it's been less than a season because the other flowers had bloomed, and the important thing is that her flower had also bloomed.
That is no time. That is no time for her to have done all this shit.
It's been, I would say it's been at least the rest of the season, so
right.
A couple of months.
Like a couple months. Which is like,
listen, man, maybe it's been a year.
I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying she's fucking impressive. 2 months to save China? I couldn't save China in 2 months. Are you fucking kidding me?
So this resolution is really good. So at this point in the movie, right, like Mulan has figured herself out. She has brought her family honor, which was her material goal for the film.
Although her deeper goal was trying to figure out who she was.
And I love that at the end of the film, she's holding on to the last encounter she had with her dad, which is she brought him dishonor, and now she has these 2 tokens to let him know, like, no, I fixed it. I fixed the thing that I broke. And she doesn't realize, right, that, like, he missed her because she's his daughter, and she made this crazy decision that they couldn't save her from. It's a good moment. It's really heartfelt. And then Shang shows up, so I assume that, like, while she was riding home, he was just, like, just off the horizon, following her for whatever distance she had to travel to get home. Kind of weird. Little creepy, Shang.
Well, yeah. Well, keep in mind, this is a dude who, the first time he meets a bunch of new people, takes off his shirt.
I don't know how to respond to this in a way that doesn't get me in trouble, so fair. I won't.
Good.
I've never done it, to be fair.
Okay, great.
I think I failed.
They have like okay, goddamn. So they have like one last little awkward romantic scene, and that's cute. We cut to Mushu, who's now a guardian, and he starts throwing a party, and the movie ends in the craziest because this song.
This song is so bad.
It's not that the song's bad. It's not even that the song's bad. The song has nothing to do with the fucking movie. And it really felt like it was added in last second because they really thought for some reason that, like, girls of a certain age wouldn't watch this unless they put a pop song in it.
It really feels like it's such a left turn. It feels like someone insisted that this had to be in there, but fucking why? Like, it's such a DreamWorks thing to do. Like, the ghosts are even dancing to the song. It's not great.
Yeah, it's a weird-ass choice. But we only get it for, like, a second until it actually cuts to the credits. But that song was all over the radio when this movie came out.
Was it? I don't remember.
It may have been all over Radio Disney. I mean, I was, like, 6. So,
and gosh, and I was even younger.
But overall, though, this is a great movie. Genuinely, for a movie about gender, I think it aged spectacularly well.
I give it a solid 8 out of 10. Like,
that's fair.
I don't like rating systems, but that was just like, it's really good, and I'm just baffled at how well it holds up. And I think, I don't know, I'm gonna get into some deep stuff here. I don't know what this movie is to people who are of Chinese descent.
I also have no idea. I actually think I asked Vita that once, and she said she never thought about it.
I think so. I think I was there when that happened, and I remember asking someone else about it as well, but they were like multiple generations in Chinese American, so they also didn't really have an opinion.
Right.
I will say, though, that it's not my place or anybody's place to tell people of Chinese descent whether or not this movie is a movie that they should be proud of. Mm-hmm. But I will say that this movie is very much a movie that is made for us as a general audience.
Yeah.
Holds up really well. The themes hold up really well. The story is told really well, and they did get actors of Chinese heritage to play the main characters, which I think in 1998 is the best you could ask for. But we should always remember that, like, this movie was not made for Chinese people. It was made for the US as an audience. So I wish I could have read more about the relationship between this movie and Chinese descendants. I didn't have the chance, but it's something that I want to look into, because I think especially with movies like Mulan and like Pocahontas and like Princess and the Frog and like just any movie where in Moana, any movie which is steeped so deeply in an ethnicity that is not that of the head creators. It doesn't matter how many experts you get. This movie is being made by and for a white audience. Mm-hmm. It's not until you get people who are deep in these stories that you get something that's more authentic and more acceptable by the audience that it is made for. If that makes sense. It's something that I was thinking about a lot after I think when I was about halfway into the second movie, because man, fucking the second movie.
It's so hard. Okay. It's so hard to make a movie for everyone. One, that's making a movie for everyone's hard. Okay. It's so hard to make a movie for everyone that does have a weight of a place or a time that doesn't use the place and the time as just window dressing.
Yeah.
Because that's nothing. And frankly, I think that could be more insulting. Just saying, okay, well, this takes place sometime in China, probably. But then the more you focus on what makes China different from the country where they're producing the film, the more it seems like a judgment call. And that's also not cool.
I think the thing that is important to remember, though, is that at the end of the day, if you are not inherently tied to that place, I'll bring up Black Panther as an example, because the writer and director Ryan Coogler is an African American who had a story to tell that was inherently African American and African. Mm-hmm. He could do that because it's his story, but when you don't have that intimacy, I feel like even if you try to be respectful and you try to kind of showcase the setting, it's still window dressing. It's just really good. And I think that something that I'm coming to terms with as an adult is that movies like Pocahontas and Princess and the Frog and Mulan are just really good window dressing. And that's fine. They're telling great stories.
I mean, I think Pocahontas has some really troubling.
Okay, yeah, Pocahontas excluded. Pocahontas excluded. But I won't be happy until Disney hands the creative reins over to the people who should be telling those stories. And while you were talking and while I was talking, I was looking up some stuff up because I wanted to be sure. I will say that this movie, the screenplay for this movie was handled by two women, one of whom was of Chinese American descent. The screenplay was written in part by Rita Sao and Eugenia Bostwick Singer.
And that's also, I mean, we've both established this is not something we expected Disney to do in the 90s.
Yeah, so it really puts a lot more of this movie in a better place for me. It's still, like I said, it's still not what I want or what I would want it to be, but I think it's a good, especially in the 90s, a great step forward.
Mulan 2. Smash cut.
It really does start with the smash cut.
So here's the problem with this movie. It should really start stronger than this.
What a weak open. I guess they needed to establish the fact that Mushu was still a dick.
He's such a... But I don't understand. So somehow this first part isn't a fantasy or dream sequence, and the Fa ancestors are so beholden to Mushu that now they do whatever he wants, even though they all universally hate him.
You would think this wouldn't happen. In fact, that's your first thought.
No, this wouldn't happen. Right. Being a guardian is what Mushu wants, but not because he gets some perks.
And these perks don't make sense. Why aren't the other guardians, like, taking bubble baths and shit?
Why is he the only one, like, up at any point? This sucks. They got George Takei back, though.
Yeah, they did. I'm glad, I guess. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think it's hard to get George Takei for your thing.
Give me a sec. I want to know who they got to voice Mushu.
It's not Eddie Murphy. He does a pretty good job.
He does a pretty great job.
But it's not him.
It's a guy named Mark Mosley.
Okay, bad name, but okay.
He is apparently really well known as a sound double for Eddie Murphy, Patrick Stewart, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Patrick Warburton, and Robin Williams, which is such a wide array of voices.
That's awesome.
That
Patrick Warburton has a very specific voice, and so does Eddie Murphy,
and so does Robin
Williams,
and so does Arnold Schwarzenegger, and so does Patrick Stewart, and apparently he's well known as a sound double for all of them, which is great. Awesome. So this guy's leading a good life. What power this man has, and we need somebody who kind of sounds like any of these 5 people. I bet comes up a lot in Hollywood.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I can't stand this first scene where we see that Mushu is
just a total fucking ass,
just a total ass. But the other thing is that all the spirits are just taking it, and that's not the power structure that we have established in this universe.
The power dynamic does not make any sense.
So let's jump forward because I'm already sick of this.
They have an homage to the original intro, which is nice.
But then it cuts to Grandma Fa is doing predictions on when when Lee will propose to Mulan. Mm-hmm. But she claims to get her information from spirits, which fucking sucks because Grandma Fa does not believe, she doesn't trust in spirits.
Well, she doesn't trust in the ancestors. Maybe she just trusts in
other dead people?
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of fair.
Maybe the Fa family is not known for their, I don't know.
She knows they spend their whole afterlife looking after a bossy dragon, so...
Yeah, but Fa Zhu is pretty fucking wise. I bet, once Fa Zhu makes it to the ancestral plane, he's gonna really shape things up there.
I'm kind of curious to know... He's just called the first ancestor. I'm kind of curious to know, he seems to be in charge? And, how do you get in charge? Is he the oldest one, or the most commanding, or...
I don't know.
I was curious about that in the first movie, and in the second movie I did not care because he does not have a character anymore. He is a footstool.
He does have a pretty good line, though. Betting against my mother isn't gambling, it's an investment.
Oh, yeah, I know. He's got a great line. I love that. As far as characters that get kind of shafted, he does pretty all right.
He does pretty good. How worried were you when the child showed up?
How worried should I have been?
I don't think I've seen this movie, or if I have, I haven't seen it recently.
Okay, me neither.
I was really worried that this movie was going to be just a movie with children in it.
I was pretty worried about that because I had heard this first song, but without seeing the thing that went along with it, and it really sounds like Mulan is some kind of school teacher.
Oh, that would have been...
And I was like, what?
Awful.
Why? And the stuff with the children is not great, partially because the first thing Mulan learned about fighting was not to be gentle. It was that she was worthless and couldn't climb stuff.
But then she learned that she could climb stuff, and that made her badass.
Yes. But that's not how she's teaching. She's teaching these kids her own way, I guess, which is fine.
Yeah,
I don't particularly love how Mulan interacts with these children. I do kind of love how Shang interacts with these children.
Man, these kids roast the fuck out of him.
If Shang is not in the middle of a fight, he is the most useless human being. He cannot afford to show weakness in front of these children.
And yet, the only way he can win is to give up something he owns. What is that? I don't know. Maybe. Also, he's a general now. Like,
yeah.
Why?
I assume because he saved the Emperor. And Mulan turned down her job. So, like, there was an opening for general, frankly.
Yeah, the kid song is meh.
It's pretty meh.
It's pretty meh.
We've heard a lot of bad songs, though. And none of the songs in this movie get to be as bad as a lot of the songs we've heard.
Mm-hmm.
But all of them made me think, no, not, why is this here?
They don't really do much for the story, unfortunately.
The one thing I do like, because this does a little bit of something to Mulan's character, she reacts very strongly when she is proposed to.
Yeah. I wish we got to hear the proposal.
Fair.
It was probably just something along the lines of, like, you fight good, but how about if we fight good together?
You want me to kill someone with you? What's happening? Because I'll do it.
She's like, I'll fucking go right now. Just give me a list of names. They'll be gone by the end of the week.
Mulan 2 is a dark movie. So then we get back to Mushu after this proposal.
Also, it's only been a month.
Yeah,
like we find out that it's only been a month, which is insane.
They could have made it 6 months or a year or
several years,
but they didn't.
It always bothred me because I feel like every Disney sequel has done this, where it places itself like a ridiculously short amount of time from the previous one, and I don't know why they do it.
It's so odd. But the fucking Mushu subplot, I'd want to get into why this sucks so bad. Why...
Get into it.
How can the spirits change on a dime the way they treat him? Because the fact that Mulan is getting married doesn't change the fact that he was a useful guardian and helped her save China. Which is why he became a guardian again. So, how, what, how, huh, what?
Yeah,
how,
apparently there are just ghost rules.
And the thing is, they start treating him differently before he's been... Like, he's still a guardian at this point, but they're treating him like shit. So shouldn't he be able to just milk them for all their fucking worth before she gets married?
Yeah. It's bad. I always hate it whenever there's, like, this, like, higher plane that we can't possibly understand, and all of a sudden it has all these rules that just don't make any fucking sense. In a lot of ways, this movie's like the polar opposite of Pocahontas 2.
Okay, yeah, okay. But the other thing was, I kind of couldn't grasp the stakes for Mushu.
No, I have it written here, what's the conflict? Like, well,
'cause the thing is...
What does he gain or lose?
Let's say he's demoted again. He's still, like, Mulan's best friend, and at least for her entire life will basically be her guardian.
He could still just hang out with her.
Yeah, Anyway, let's cut to the next scene.
Yeah, so...
Guys, I want to put a little warning here. Mushu's gonna suck this whole fucking movie.
Mushu is gonna gaslight the shit out of Mulan.
It sucks.
It's so bad. Like, that is...
I hated hating him.
Because I love Eddie Murphy and his performance in the last movie, and this is just a fucking travesty. So the Mongols are invading China. Maybe.
Well, not yet.
Something. The Mongols are threatening to invade China.
If they don't get some women.
And somebody told China this.
I guess the Mongols sent somebody, right?
No. That's not the Mongols. That's just another kingdom. The Mongols have threatened to invade China.
Wait. I want to do something first, because we haven't gotten to... I think we skipped the, like, yin and yang scene.
No, because they haven't left yet.
Okay, we don't learn... Okay, fine.
We learn about the Mongols, and we learn about the Mongol stuff first,
And then we go, okay.
And then we cut back to the thing.
Okay, Mongols are threatening to invade. Another kingdom has said, like, what, they'll back China up?
Yeah, like, we'll back China up, but you gotta give us somebody to marry our prince.
Sis, 3 princes.
No, it's just 1 prince. No, it is 3 princes. They only show
1 prince, but it must be 3 princes.
No, it is 3 princes. Yeah, it is 3 princes.
Yeah.
So 3 princes gotta get married, and the emperor has, conveniently, 3 daughters.
Or more.
But he's got 3 that are on hand. Like in his back pocket for moments like this one. Oh, and they have 3 days, a lot of 3s, to do this, or there will be no alliance, and the Mongols will really fuck China's shit up.
But will they, though? Because China just killed a lot of Huns.
I don't know. I still don't think that the Huns and the Mongols are the same thing.
That's fine. So the Mongols must know that the Huns invaded China and got less than a month ago, right?
The Mongols also just have a reputation of, like, they failed at doing that, but we'll do it better. They have horse archers, man.
That does sound cool.
Yeah, horse archers are pretty fucking, like, they're like
How
OP.
do they get the horses over the wall, though?
That's a good question. I assume they catapulted them over.
Sure.
A really small one, though, so they don't go too high. Just high enough to get over the wall.
It's not a low wall.
I genuinely don't know how big the Great Wall of China is. I've never been there. And
me neither. But I think it's pretty great.
But
dumb.
It's really dumb. Yeah, it's really dumb. Oh, you were making a joke. I thought you were saying
the joke was dumb.
I thought you were saying that the Great Wall was dumb, which it is.
Well, it's filled with a bunch of dead slaves, which is kind of dumb.
Big walls are just a bad idea. So Mulan 2.
Bold stances here on direct-to-video.
Walls are dumb, horse archers are great. Frozen is a bad movie. So
okay,
the
Shang and Mulan. Okay, so Mulan's grandmother has invited, quote, China to celebrate,
end quote,
to celebrate Mulan's engagement. And they do something which is crazy because they have not talked about their, like, what's happening yet. They split up.
Which, like, listen, I've never been betrothed. I've never planned a wedding. I've never thought about getting married. But if I was just dropped into this situation, my first thought would be, all right, where's my wife? Hold on to her. Mm-hmm. We'll work this out as we go. But they just say, and they say we'll divide and conquer, which is,
I like how much they think this is gonna work.
They're so confident in their answers too, like,
but they have completely different answers, which is fine. Of course, they haven't agreed on anything yet. They haven't talked about anything yet.
I mean, they've only known each other for like a couple of months.
Yeah, like 3, right? It must be like 3 months.
Yeah.
And one of those.
At most, you could argue that the last movie took place over a year, but even then, for a large portion of their relationship, Mulan was a dude, which is fine.
Here's the other thing. I know that yin and yang is an important concept in Chinese culture, but I need everybody to stop referring to it for like a goddamn minute.
This movie...
Besides, having these dime store necklaces being a main focus point is such a bad decision.
They're really old dime store necklaces, though. I just realized that during this era of China, yin-yang was like a pretty fucking new concept.
Well, that wouldn't work out so well, then, would it?
Hey, Mulan, Shang, have you guys heard of this hot new concept called yin and yang?
Nope. Not good. Stop.
It's me, your hip dad, Fazu. Here to give you...
The Fazu?
The Fazu. Here to give you these dime store necklaces to teach you a lesson about how differences can bring us together. You just have to follow your heart.
Oh, also, this fucking movie does something that I have seen done badly before and seen done well once, which is... Oh, your necklaces! Like the necklaces they're wearing all the time, even though they never have before?
Well, in this movie, it's great because the mom and dad pull it, like, out from under their robes, right?
Yeah.
But then Mulan and Shang are just wearing them
over
their robes for the rest of the movie to remind us, the viewer, of the metaphor. I think the thing I hate the most about yin yang is that it's always this like such fucking ham in fist metaphor. Like, we get it.
This seems like the most culturally insensitive thing done in this movie, which is like, they keep referring to yin and yang after like obviously knowing the most basic thing about it and nothing else.
So, Mulan isn't really the main character of this movie. Mulan is the main character for about half the movie, maybe?
So this is something that we praised in the first Mulan movie. This movie has a lot of characters who go through big arcs.
And a lot of plot threads.
Mulan, Shang, I guess I have to mention Mushu, even though his arc sucks.
His arc is the same as the last movie, but bad.
And then 6 other characters.
Yeah, and Yao, Ling, and Qianpo all have arcs, and accompanying them are 3 princesses, Mei, Ting Ting, and Su, who also have their own arcs. Mm-hmm. And Shang has an arc.
Although I bet you, we all could have guessed what the princesses' arcs were gonna be.
I think it was pretty clear.
So they get summons.
Yeah, the Emperor
Shang and Mulan
them.
get summons to go see the Emperor.
Yeah.
And he tells them all about the Mongols and how he needs his daughters to go get married. And, okay. Mulan has an issue with arranged marriages that seems anachronistic at best.
As a person who has an issue with arranged marriages, I think most of us do.
But that's the other thing. A movie taking a stand against arranged marriages isn't exactly breaking the mold.
It's...
Like, what is this? What is the message of this movie? Arranged marriages are bad? It's preaching to the fucking choir, guys.
Yeah, it's like a movie coming out and saying we should be nice to each other. It's like, fucking, like, what? This is useless information.
Yeah.
Like, we all knew this. But the thing that's infuriating, right, is the beginning of the first Mulan was totally down with being in an arranged marriage to bring her family honor, and now she cannot fathom the idea.
But it seems like they, like, recontextualize the matchmaker, too. Because she does the comeback when you get personalities thing, which, by the way, makes me really like her a lot more.
Yeah, right? Like, that is such a good... I loved that line.
Well, that makes me feel like she's looking out for the girls more than I thought she was.
Yeah. I think maybe Mulan was just a particularly bad apple that she just didn't know what to do with. It's like when a teacher's stuck with, like, a really smart student and they just can't because they were never trained for that. Like that, but with love.
But they seem to be trying to, like, recontextualize the matchmaker as maybe a modern matchmaker who, like, literally introduces people to each other.
Like date type situations.
Yeah.
So we are reintroduced to Yao Ling and Qianpo, who, despite having a statue made of them,
yeah, like, for some reason, are striking out on every woman in China.
Which means they must just have really shitty personalities.
Here's the thing. We do know from the first movie that they have some trouble with... I think their problem is really that they put these girls on a pedestal.
Huh.
Like, they want them to be everything.
That's really funny. Because the first time they meet the princesses are literally on steps. Sorry. I don't think the writers of this movie put that much thought into it, but it's a nice thought.
It would be nice if they did, though, huh?
Yeah, it would be nice if they put that much thought into any part of this movie. So, oh jeez, I have so little notes for this movie. I think I spent most of this movie just crying.
It's okay.
In anger.
So they're like recruited. These 5 people are going to get these princesses to their arranged marriage in 3 days. That's what we're doing. Okay. Meanwhile, Mushu is going to break up Shang and Mulan because he's a fucking asshole.
He's just like, there's a brief moment where he's like, no, I can't do this. And I was like, oh, good. We're going to drop this plot thread because it sucks. And then they don't. This movie keeps doing this thing where it makes you think that they're going to drop a shitty plot thread. And then they go, oh, shit, we left that one. And they come back and they pick it right up.
So, immediately, one of the princesses, do you know her name?
Which one?
The one who likes Yao.
Oh, yes, I do. It is Mei.
Immediately, one of the princesses, like, makes
Princess
Isaac
May.
Yao, and he's
Smitten. Just
yeah, that's just
100%.
And so we start to see what their, overarching story is going to be like. And Mulan has this terrible line where Shang asks her about, talks about duty, because it's her duty to do this, even though she doesn't like the idea of an arranged marriage. And she says she has another duty to my heart. And gag.
Which,
oh my Christ.
It is absolutely embarrassing writing. Like, oh geez, like fucking, I have read teenage diaries that have better writing in it than that fucking line. And that line just keeps coming back up.
They keep going back to it.
Yeah, like a bad meal. It just doesn't go away.
It just keeps coming back up. Although I will say, one of my favorite lines in this movie, I think May says it. She says, "Wow, China is so big." And that was, heartbreaking to me. Like, the idea that this girl doesn't realize China is big.
Like, it is a great, this movie, again, it's, filled with these, just little snippets of, I don't know what to call it. Like, it's not good, it's just potential. Mm-hmm. Just little things that, if I could, I would just cherry pick them and then make a better movie.
That it could be kind of like a Tangled type thing, a girl who was stuck in a castle all of her life is now out and about, and even though she's supposed to be doing this one thing, the world is big, and she wants to see it, like that.
But no, that's not what happens at all.
Also, I want to punch Ling super hard.
Oh, he's such a fucking tool. He is. I have met so many dudes that are that. They're just that, and they're shit, and they suck. Fuck off.
God, what happens next? I think they stop.
I have written, over and over again, I fucking hate this, so I'm desperately, trying to figure out where the movie is. They stop at a camp. We have a montage of gags, right, of Mushu desperately trying to break up Mulan and Shang.
And I would be super okay if Mushu wasn't in this fucking movie.
That montage sucks. B, Mushu sucks. C, it goes on for so long. They
end up in the water after these gags, because Mushu accidentally does something that works, and he sends the princesses into the water, and everybody else chases after him, right?
Yeah.
And so there's this thing, everybody's saving each other. This is again something that's done well in other movies and other media. If there's a disaster, people go for what they care about most.
The problem is that this cliff isn't very big. They just had a really small cart and just landed wrong. They still have horses and ox. I don't see why the carriage is necessary to continue going the way they were.
Well, I think they also fell off a cliff.
I mean, a very small cliff.
Let's pretend it's a bigger cliff and they can't get back up.
Okay.
For the sake of the story.
There is a great moment, though, in this scene where Princess May is, teaching Yao how to swim.
The stuff between May and Yao is, the best romantic plot in this movie.
Yeah, and then the movie has, one meh romantic plot and then one really bad one.
I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah. But, the stuff they go through is, kind of cute.
I wrote on, in my notes, I just have, one after the other. Oh, this is actually pretty cute. I changed my mind. I hate this. And I don't know what happened, but something must have. I just don't remember what.
Here's one thing I have written down that happened. There's an asking for directions.
Oh my god!
Mulan's like, what's with men and asking for directions? And Shang's like, what's with women and not using the map? And what the flying fuck?
I want to give props to whoever was in charge of animating Shang in this movie, because he gets fucking off his rocker so hard. There's a point in this movie where this man's literally going insane. He's just so stressed and not having it and confused and doesn't know what to do, and his girlfriend might break up with him, and he's just literally his teeth are jutting out of his mouth and his nostrils are flared, and it's so out of character.
There was a bunch of stuff I actually liked about Shang in this movie. that I would have liked it if I hadn't hated it.
I can see like a Cinderella 3 type. Let's add some more character to this guy. Right. But
yes, if it had been done well and with less of this bullshit men and women are different.
See, this movie really crosses the line. Like in Mulan 1, which had like the occasional just kind of bad joke. They like double down on hating.
At this point, I'm not convinced that the princesses are in love so much as they've seen men for the first time.
But I don't think that's it, because they've seen Shang, right? And he is...
Well, he's off limits. I mean, he's dating the hero of China.
I'm holding my finger in like a okay motion to indicate that
why don't you kiss your fingers and like
a chef's kiss?
Do the chef's kiss, yeah, because that's audible.
I'm afraid that that's not as, like, I don't think that's good audio.
Fair. So, let's talk about what I think is the most troubling musical number in this movie.
All right, hit me with it.
Okay, so May goes, and she's going to write to her father about how she can't go through with this marriage because she has fallen for Yao. And this is also because she had a conversation with Mulan about...
following her
whether
heart,
or not she should follow her heart, and if she has a duty to her heart, and blah blah blah, jack off motion.
I understand why you hate this. It's like one of the most like facetious bullshit fortune cookie like things that a person can write.
But
I just thought maybe we should put that feeling into words so that people understand why we think this is dumb.
That's fine. Because
it's fortune cookie.
She
bullshit.
starts singing about how like she gets an argument with her sisters about whether or not she should do this, and they start singing this song about about being normal girls.
So here's the thing about this song, right? Is it starts off in a pretty deep place where they're singing about like this is our duty as princesses, this is the thing we have to do, and I was like, oh wow, maybe this movie's gonna go somewhere and talk about something. And no, like they just like this beautiful moment is like crumpled up, tossed in the garbage, and they start singing about how they wish they could be normal girls, and it's like, fuck this.
But that could still be good. But here's the thing: other girls can't do the things that they want to do in feudal China. The first movie is all about how there are a bunch of those things they sing about that girls can't do, and one of the things they say is no pinchy shoes and fuck, dude. Like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, though, dude.
It's real bad. It's so terrible.
Look,
bad.
You know what?
Listen. No.
Let me talk about what foot binding is.
That's what I was gonna say. Is hey, if you really want to know why that's a shitty joke, just don't look it up, but understand that there is a thing in this era of China known as foot bending. It's still being done today.
If it's done today, it's legal. But it was legally done up to the early 1900s, where they would break children's feet, little girls' feet, and you had bind them, and then they had to like walk a mile, so that their feet would grow that way.
And it would essentially give them insanely small feet.
Yeah, and also I'm there's like bile rising in my throat. Also, a lot of girls died from this.
Yep.
And the girls who didn't die had horrible feet for the rest of their lives. And a lot of them never, don't take off their shoes. Because there's no reason to. It's the rotten, actual, literally rotten dead part of their body.
It's, ugh.
So when they said no pinchy shoes, I was 100% out of this movie.
Yeah, I remember when I said this movie's like the opposite of Pocahontas 2. Even in that way, right?
Yeah.
Where Pocahontas 2 was surprisingly historically accurate, this movie is surprisingly insensitive.
Yeah. We go from that to Mushu having another plan to get Shang crazy mad.
Man, Mushu is doing some fucking, shit. This poor guy.
And poor Shang, has the self-confidence of a bunny rabbit.
That's real bad. He needs to work on that. But Mushu's doing shit like talking to him in his sleep.
Mm-hmm.
incepting thoughts into his brain about Mulan, acting out shadow plays.
Stages a conversation that then Shang fights with Mulan about, and she's like, I obviously haven't left my post. I'm a soldier.
I legit don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You trained me. You know I'm not gonna do that shit.
And he's like, you left your post, and you were talking about how shitty I am. Oh, but he's like, one of the things, he says like a morning breath, and he's like yelling at her, and then he stops and covers his mouth. Like, there's some stuff in this I really like. Like, he's super mad at her, but he's mad that she insulted his breath, but also he doesn't want to, like, breathe this nasty breath
on her. It could have been good characterization if it was handled better. Right?
It so almost is at some point.
But the thing is he looks and feels like a crazy person. Like, there is no, like, even just like, let's accept the fact that Mushu was able to convincingly trick him. And me as a human being, I'm having bad dreams about my relationship. I'm seeing shadows of her having arguments while I'm tired. My first thought is not, I need to go yell at her. My first thought is, shit, man, I need to take some sleeping meds. This is bad. Can't get a good night's sleep. Shit. Having nightmares.
Shang's pretty stressed, and the relationship is taking the brunt of it, frankly.
I think Shang needs to learn how to mitigate his stress, how to be chill. He needs to take some lessons from Chenpo, yeah.
So, Shang goes back to sleep. Meanwhile, the three dudes take the three princesses and sneak into town for like a date night, and the way they convince them is again like a really kind of like fun scene where they're like, Shenpo has a dream.
Shenpo wishes he could look at the moon while being in a small village.
Yeah, like a small village in the middle of nowhere.
Oh man.
And Shenpo's like, yes, then I could live out my dream. So they all go to the village, and there's like a festival.
They're having a time.
I kind of wish that there was nothing happening at the village. I kind of wish that they like wrote a romantic scene where like there was no outside force helping them, like winning the prizes and stuff like that,
or fighting a large man.
Yes, or buying food, and that there was like a more simple like.
Just them wandering through this quiet village and like talking to each other, and
I take it back. They could not put any amount of emotion into that scene with the amount of effort they were willing to put into this movie.
No, I understand, right? But like you can imagine a better.
I would have really liked that.
We have both watched a pretty significant amount of romantic comedy anime. We know how this can be done well with this many people. Like,
yeah.
So Mulan's kind of like venting to Mushu about this, and Mushu is eating it up,
being a real shit.
He's literally eating almonds, I think, and B, he's just fucking like basking in his success, like a real fucking douche.
Mm-hmm. So then Mulan realizes that the princesses have run off, and so she goes to go get them back, and she tells Mushu just make sure Shang stays asleep. And Mushu is a real asshole.
Real piece of shit.
Like a real asshole, though.
A one-man band of assholes.
Yep. I also gotta say, Creaky doesn't really do anything in this movie. Not that he did a lot in the last movie, but he doesn't do anything in this movie except tell Mushu that he's doing bad shit.
Also, in the occasions he does try to stop Mushu just flings him away because he's a fucking cricket.
That's a good point.
A very sturdy cricket, but still a cricket.
I just wanted to mention, like, I hadn't forgotten to say anything about Creaky. He's just not doing that much.
Yeah.
Mulan finds out that all of her buddies are trying to hook up with these princesses, and she thinks this is great.
She is so happy for all 6 of them.
That's kind of cute, but also, like, not. Like, did she not think 2 seconds ahead?
Yeah, read the room, read the country, read the political state of affairs.
And then Shang shows up, and is, like, also, still crazy mad.
He is, and he has gotten even more just, like, off model. His mouth is moving in ways that no mortal's mouth should move. He is livid. He's furious. He forbids the three dudes from talking to the three princesses. Mulan tries to explain to Shang what's going on, but Shang is too far gone. He is.
What? Wait. What possible explanation?
Yeah, I honestly don't know.
Because he knows what's going on.
I don't think there's anything Mulan can say.
It's pretty fucking obvious.
Yeah, like he gets it, and then Shang kind of lays down some pretty shitty stuff.
And Mulan comes to the conclusion that they both come to the conclusion that maybe they are too different
and break up.
Although, frankly, if in the beginning of this movie, I would have said that maybe their problem would be that they were too alike. Because they're probably very much alike, right?
Yeah, almost. It's almost like they're
just
both
from the last movie.
Incredibly stubborn assholes.
Yeah.
Who can't listen to each other and just really need to learn how to communicate.
So, next day.
The sun rises on a new dawn.
All right, stop it. So, next day. Mushu's happy with himself because he has broken up Shang and Mulan.
But then quickly realizes...
That's incredibly shitty.
In a moment of just infuriating obviousness is like, Mulan's really sad about this breakup. Maybe this is my fault. You know, fucking shit, Mushu.
Meanwhile, the boys are hitting on the princesses by talking to each other about how pretty and awesome they think the princesses are, which, again, is, like, pretty cute.
It's honestly pretty great.
And then they get attacked by bandits.
No, before that.
No? Before that? Okay.
Before that.
Okay.
Because they're in bandit country. Or Big Canyon, or whatever. And there's a moment where Shang and Mulan stare kind of solemnly at the symbolism that they hold on their necklaces. Mm-hmm. And in a moment of, like, silence, Mushu confesses to Mulan, "Hey, Mulan, I've been gaslighting you and Shang."
Right.
And Mulan realizes, wait a minute. That means that we were both just being stubborn assholes, and the only thing that was wrong with our relationship was my shitty dragon.
Yeah.
And she stuffs Mushu into a bag, which, same.
Yeah, fair. Can we seal that somehow?
And then she goes to, I guess just while they're transporting these princesses, reconfess her love to Li Shang. And thankfully so, because when he stops to listen to her, an arrow just, like, brushes the tip of his nose. They're being attacked by bandits.
Okay, so I have some questions. First and foremost, why don't Mulan and Shang have swords?
I thought they did. They
don't. In this fucking scene, they fight with their bare hands, and I don't understand.
I don't either. Listen, man, there's a moment I'll talk about it when we get there.
She has a sword later, if that's what you're gonna say.
Yeah, she does. So, they're fighting off these bandits together, you know, working together, like, oh, that's right, we're so good at kicking butt together, because we're good at that, and we're good with each other, and the soldiers are trying to save the princesses, but Yao really drops the fucking ball and lets Mei get kidnapped. Mulan and Shang go after them and tell Yao that they should fight, that him and the other guy should hold off the rest of the bandits. Which... Why?
Okay.
I
guess.
They save the princesses, but the bandits decide to sever the ropes of the bridge.
Okay, question. Don't the bandits use that bridge?
I don't know. Maybe they have other bridges.
It's fine. But this next bit... There's 15 minutes starting about now where we get it becomes the most intensely awesome movie.
It's like,
and then that goes away again, and it's
like, this next scene was so raw and awesome that for a moment I stopped taking notes. And I have one note that just says, fucking holy shit, what, seriously? And that's my last note for a while.
So Mulan is hanging from the bridge on a rope, and she's holding on to Shang with her other hand, and Shang says it won't hold them both, and he lets go. And holy shit.
And Mulan, like, climbs up alone. and everyone kind of understands what happened. And she does the thing, she puts the sword. She has her sword.
I think it's his sword.
She puts it into into the clay at the cliff and just kind of mourns.
Now wait. Before she does that, she looks at it and there's like a lightning.
Oh yeah, that's right. And it's his face.
Oh my god, it was the coolest fucking scene. Like, if the rest of this movie had been done in any way like this scene was, it would have been amazing.
It would have been so fucking good. And she like shoves it into the dirt and mourns him just for the rest of the night.
For the whole night, because the next day, everybody walks up to her and is like, "We're ready to go," and she says, "No. You just leave and keep each other happy. I'm not going to let Shang die for nothing. I'll go alone." Which is...
I'll finish this mission by myself if I have to.
Mulan sacrifices her potential happiness for everybody else, and I am so on board with this.
So she goes off to do this thing, and we find out Shang's alive.
I want to stress something about the Shang died scene, though. Like, okay, I'm watching a Disney sequel. I knew Shang wasn't gonna die. But he fell into mist, and we couldn't see the bottom of that chasm. And then, again, we spent the whole rest of the day with Mulan mourning him. If we weren't genre savvy, we'd be pretty sure she was dead.
This is good storytelling. Because even though we knew, we were like buying into it, like, because it felt so good.
Mm-hmm.
To think he was... Well, it felt bad to think he was dead. But in a way that was satisfying. And,
so bad it was good.
Oh, man. This is, yeah, like, this stretch of movie is just so onto its own amazing. And then... But now we're back.
Mm-hmm.
We're back to Mulan 2.
Well, there's a little more that I still like, which is, like, her telling this I don't know if he's a king, but, like, a leader.
He's like an emperor dude.
Of this other smaller country, that she's gonna be the one to marry his kid, and she's a catch. Like, she just saved China. This is good for them.
Yeah, this is a pretty fair deal.
Yeah, so he agrees to it, and Mushu tries to talk her out of it, and like, Mushu should not need a redemption story. That shouldn't be this story that they're giving him. But once he gets it, he does go for it, and that's okay, I guess.
The thing is, right, is if they hadn't made Mushu such a piece of shit, right? Like, if this movie instead had been Mushu trying his best to keep Mulan and Shang together, but failing?
If this movie had been about Mushu, like, seeing that they had problems and trying to fix them and making it worse every time...
This would have been so much more satisfying.
Yeah,
Because the thing that he was trying to or the thing that in my mind he should have been trying to help Mulan preserve, A, she has lost, and B, she is now throwing away. Potential. So much potential. The wedding is on. This kid's and this King Lord dude's kid is a fucking loser.
He's also like maybe 14.
Yeah, I mean, we were all losers when we were 14.
Accurate.
Not my little brother though. He was super cool, which infuriates me. As a human being.
That's fine.
He's like 6'4"?
Really?
He's 15 now, but yeah, he's like 6'4". It's insane. He's so big.
I was gonna say I should beat up your little brother for being cooler.
No,
you
ass. Can't. I can't. He's very strong. But he uses his strength for good. He listens to this.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, what's up, bro? Oh, man.
Okay. Dude, Mulan's about to get married. Shang shows up. And he's gone into a character design change.
He has he has a fucking throwing star, which is not only the wrong fucking country, but the wrong fucking era of history. No one should have a throwing star, especially he should have a throwing knife. I paused the movie. I was so fucking mad about this shit. Like, this is so bad. Like, no better. Throw a fucking axe, my guy. Throw your fucking...
Maybe he ran into, like, a Ninja Turtle.
I guess he can't throw a sword because he doesn't have one, but... just...
And if, let's say he does have shurikens for some reason. Why?
Yeah, he took a fucking quick
using them
jaunt
now
to isolationist Japan in the month.
and not way earlier. Andy's very mad about this.
Listen, I can only take so much historical inaccuracy, but this one just fucking took the cake for me.
It's fucking stupid. So
he could have at least thrown his horse. That would have been cool.
So Shang shows up. A bunch of random people know who he is, which is weird.
Yeah, they're not in China anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I get why people would know who Mulan is, because...
I mean, word travels, right?
Yeah.
Like, who even knows what Shang looks like?
Oh, you're the guy who Mulan helped. You're Mulan's sidekick.
So, then there's this fight. Shang wants to follow his heart now. He has a duty to his heart. You know, this movie has a duty on my heart. But Shang decides he's just gonna say he wants to marry Mulan, and whatever happens, happens. If there's gonna be a war, there's gonna be a war. That's fine. And Mushu gets this idea, which is different from the idea I thought he had.
What did you think he had?
I thought he was gonna wake up the dragon.
Oh, I guess he could have done that.
I don't know if he could have done that. I don't know if it's a statue or a guardian.
He couldn't do it last time, so... And this statue's bigger.
Yeah, well, maybe the Great Stone Dragon was already dead. Who even knows? But he pretends to be the... What do they call it?
The Great Golden Dragon of Unity.
Of Unity. And, okay, in a scene which is pretty good, and I would like a lot more if I had enjoyed Mushu at all in this fucking movie, he wraps up all these storylines I was trying to figure out how they could possibly wrap up.
I was so mad that they fucking got out of jail free carded their way out of this shit.
Because
I was like, man, we only have 10 minutes of this movie left, thank God. How are they going to wrap up the whole princess thing and the... Oh, I mean, that still doesn't... This still doesn't explain if the Emperor would be cool with this.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. Mushu never told those people, like, not to attack China, or that the Dragon of Unity has decided that they should unite with China, or anything like that, which is a bold fucking move.
He just says, let these two marry.
Well, then he says, and the princesses should marry whoever they want. He doesn't say, and you guys should support China.
They just leave. I guess things worked out.
I guess, which is real lucky because they weren't on that path.
Yeah, they totally didn't have to. The next thing could have been like, and that's how Mushu destroyed China.
And then I think we go back to, oh my god, I remember what we go back to.
Oh yeah, the wedding. I literally wrote so that's it.
We go back to the shrine. We wrap up this movie back at the shrine. Mushu has made peace with the fact that he is going to be demoted for some reason that's never adequate.
For ghost law. Ghost law ordains it.
But Shang, in the stupidest move, is combining the Fa family and the Li family shrines as one family shrine, which some the fuck how makes Mushu a guardian again. And also, Shang seemed to think it... My issue with it is that Shang seems to know that would help. Somehow.
Shang knows about ghost law. Maybe in the brief moments of death when he was in the water, he got the introductory, but then came back to life.
We didn't mention that Shang's horse saved him.
Yeah,
which is just something that horses do in cartoons, and I'm cool with it.
It's one of those things that it's a plot hole that I'm willing to accept because horses do that shit.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
I'm down.
It's neat.
It's alright. Lucy Liu was in this movie. Sorry,
Who was she?
She was Princess May, the one who was in love with Yao.
Oh, the most interesting princess.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm down.
Although that's not entirely true. I liked the one like old, like clearly oldest princess, Ting Ting.
Yeah.
But I didn't like her fucking romantic
arc,
thing.
yeah.
I like that she was like the one trying to hold everybody together.
Yeah, to hold everybody to their honor.
She felt a lot like the oldest child.
As a person who's known older siblings, yeah, she felt like other people's older siblings.
So this is a bad movie.
Yeah,
watch it.
This movie sucks. This movie's not great. This movie's terrible.
I do think if you can you should look up that 15 minutes of fucking baller movie they made.
I feel like they really hyped themselves up for killing General Shang that they just didn't have the energy for throughout the rest of the film. Because they really went all out.
And I really like the dumb way that they wrapped everything up.
I hated it.
Like,
it's such a cop-out.
It was a cop-out, but they had clearly, like, done too much. And I was like, how are they going to fix this? And then they did, and I was like, all right.
No,
cool,
I understand, right, that, like, the solution to having this many plot threads is not to...
to have fewer plot threads.
It's to have fewer plot threads, not literally Deus Ex Machina your way out of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, this is a good use of a Deus Ex Machina, except it's not because Mushu never told them to not invade China. So...
That's my favorite part. Mulan 3 is those guys invading China, right?
Mulan 3 was canceled before this movie was finished being made. Fun fact.
Oh, that was a real fact?
Yeah, boom.
Fair.
Get fucked. I was actually like, how am I going to bring up this fact at any point? But we got there.
Yep.
We did it. And like Mulan 3, we're done.
Perfect segue. Thank you for listening to Direct to Video
VHS.
DVD extras. No, it's not DVD extras. Fucking crap.
Oh, I'm sorry. I totally fucked you up with my joke earlier. This is just a regular direct-to-video.
Good old regular one. Crap. We're almost at 4 hours. This is going to be a buttload to cut
I'm
down.
sorry, but we talked so much about Mulan.
It's been a while since we've done that.
It's a great movie, you know?
Yep.
We're watching a lot of Mez.
I am your host, Tony Robusto.
And I am your host, Andy Reyes.
God damn. What's the next thing I say?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at royalty_balance.
Good idea. You can find me on Twitter at TheaterBats. Also, I have a comic that you can see at inspiredbytrueevents.org and some Pokemon fan fiction, and there are links to that in the description.
It's pretty good. Check us out wherever you get your local podcasts or at our website, direct2.video. If you find us on Google Play or iTunes or wherever, just give us a 5-star review. We really appreciate that stuff.
Yeah, and keep an eye out for the... I'm going to post a trailer soon of sort of like a mashup of a few of our bits that I liked.
Greatest
maybe like
hits.
5 minutes long. Yeah.
Our greatest hits.
So maybe we can share that and get new people in. Lee Rosevere. We haven't thanked Lee Rosevere.
Yeah, real big thanks to Lee Rosevere for his song Penguins on Parade, which you're going to be hearing at some point at the end of the show.
Yes, but we're not going to call out when it happens because that never works.
Music for Podcast 3, freemusic.org.
Yeah, that's also in the description. So, all good stuff.
No, we're not quite done yet though. You need to hit us with that.
Next direct to video, which will be in about 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I guess our Easter special, since I just came up with that idea.
Heck yeah.
Is going to be Prince of Egypt and Joseph, King of Dreams.
Ah.
Also our April Fool's special. Make of that what you will.
Oh my god. I want to, before we go, read a quick review of Mulan 2 from a Scott Gwynn of Cinema Blend.
Okay.
Mulan 2 is a direct-to-DVD disgrace that takes everything excellent about its predecessor film, rips it to shreds, and uses it for rat cage lining.
Let's stop recording.
No, wait.
Wait.
Internet dead.
Oh! I'm a ghost shots.
There you go. And I'm internet dead.
Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm waiting for
you.
you.
Didn't cut off.
No, I'm waiting for you.
No, that's fine. I wanted to make sure I wasn't talking over you and you weren't talking at the same time, and I just couldn't tell.
We're great at this.
Jesus.
We're consummate professionals.
Jesus.
We just cut all this out. Just start over from the beginning, and we'll.
This is going at the end.
Do you need a time? Do you need some? Do you need some seconds? Do you need time? Do you need
No.
Okay.
No, I got this.